Let me get some started, man. Oh shit. Was I on mute the whole time? I'm tweaking. All right, so let's get something started. And salute to my cousin Ring Wild Boxing Podcast. Everybody, make sure y'all subscribe up to Ring Wild Boxing Podcast, man. They live every Sunday, man. And you coming in the building, make sure y'all hit the like button, man. Subscribe if you ain't subscribed, man. We got a lot that we gonna be covering tonight, man, for sure. Edgar Berlanga versus Hamza Shiraz. Shakur Stevenson versus William Zepeda, man. I got a lot of content we're gonna cover on that. Content on Tank Davis as well. You know what I mean? Salute to Cash Sports, the box historian. Hey, salute. And everybody, make sure y'all subscribe to Cash Sports, this box historian, man. That's family over there. Hey, he go live every day at 2 p.m. and he giving all the history of boxing daily, man, for real. And y'all gotta make sure y'all subscribe to Cash Sports, the box historian, one of the best YouTube boxing channels out here right now, for sure, man. That's family. That's family. All things, salute my brother, man. Salute. Salute, man. Yeah, we're gonna have fun tonight, man. We're gonna definitely have fun tonight. This is gonna be a fun show. This is gonna be a fun show, man. And y'all come in the building, make sure y'all hit the like button. And if you ain't subscribed, man, subscribe to the channel, man. We working. You know what I'm saying? We gonna cook up. We got content for this for tonight. It's gonna be lit. And matter of fact, let me go ahead and get started. I don't even want to, you know what I'm saying, play around no more for real. You know what I'm saying? So tonight we just gonna have fun. I'm just kind of picking and choosing on some shit a little bit. So, all right, let's go ahead and start off with the grand arrivals yesterday. So yesterday they had the grand arrivals yesterday for Shakur Stevenson, William Zepeda, and Edgar Berlanga and Hamza Shiraz fight week. And let's go ahead and get into some clips of that right now. Starting off with Mike Coppinger and Sergey Moore right here.
Main event Bill. By the way, look who's joining us now, Sergio. It's Mike Coppinger.
I'm around greatness. I mean, I got to tell you one thing, man. I love and appreciate great writing. Mike Coppinger, you know, I have a show called The Fighter and the Writer. I love your writing. Welcome to the broadcast.
Rat and Snake. What do you guys think?
No, I love it. I love the fact that I'm around greatness here, around Mike Coppinger. Come on now.
He's trying to give you the legend status here. Right before he takes you down with this argument. I know you heard this, Mike, right as you were about to get on stage. I asked Sergio, of the two main events, which one was going to be the most exciting? He says that it's going to be the Zepeda fight versus Shakur Stevenson. You couldn't disagree anymore.
Look, I think that Zepeda and Shakur has the opportunity to be a great fight. If Zepeda can fight his fight, we know Shakur is not going to really cooperate there. But Hamza Shiraz, Edgar Berlanga, we're talking about two big punchers, two guys with a lot to prove. Shiraz looking to fight Canelo Alvarez next year if he can win here.
No, I agree with you, but Shiraz struggled with Adames. Also on the championship level, we've seen him struggle already. I think Zepeda, undefeated, throwing 100 punches around. That ring's going to get smaller and smaller for Shakur Stevenson. And look, he knows how to handle volume punches. The reason I think that fight ends in a knockout is because when Shakur is forced to fight, he can actually hurt people, especially starts digging to the body of Zepeda. That's when you know he's going to slow him down. I expect the knockout. I expect that to be the fight of the night.
Shakur Stevenson is going to knock out Zepeda.
I think he's going to bust him up, absolutely.
This is not Josh Padley, an electrician, taking the fight on 2 days' notice, Sergio.
Well, you're going to find out. Look, whenever you have aggression, whenever you have a guy that's pushing the fight, a boxer, even if he doesn't have much power, he's forced to be accurate. He's forced to find a way to beat him, forced to fight him. So, look, he's not going to be a boxer. I think Shakur's going to have to really fight this man off.
I'll give you the last word, Mike.
Okay, I just want to point out for all the viewers here, when Sergio says the ring's going to get smaller and smaller for Shakur, he meant it figuratively. Turkey Al-Sheikh was joking about the ring shrinking.
All right, we'll meet all four men who will be squaring off in our double main events right after this. You're watching just.
So there you got Mike Coppinger right there, man. And salute to 2 Cents Boxing right there, man. That's family, my sister, man. And make sure y'all subscribe to 2 Cents Boxing, man. One of the best women talking boxing on the YouTube airways, man. Daily, on a daily basis. That's family right there. Yeah, man. Mike Coppinger, he got a crazy hate for Shakur Stevenson, man. It's real wild. Like, it is real wild. And, Shakur Stevenson, he been popping the shit back at that man. So we're going to play the clip of Shakur Stevenson yesterday at the Grand Rivals right now.
Here with the champ. Yes, sir. Shakur Stevenson, you had a little bit of a signal there for Team Zepeda. What was that?
I'm just letting them know I'm ready and I'm coming. This is my spot. This is my opportunity. And I can't wait to show the fans who I truly am.
It does feel like this is a moment where you get to remind people that you are great at every level of boxing. You have been throughout your career. Is that something that's giving you a little more energy this week?
Yeah, for sure. It's a lot of doubters. There's a lot of haters. There's a lot of people that think that I'm not who I say I am. So Saturday night, we're going to see if they right or they wrong. And I promise you they wrong.
I love the intensity, my man. Last one from me. You guys can hear it. He's locked in. There's been a little gamesmanship online between you, Turkey Al-Sheikh, a lot of people talking Tom and Jerry. Can we put this to rest right now? What's going on with all this?
If you call me Jerry, then I'm whooping Tom ass. So that's what I'm coming here for. So Tom, Jerry whooping Tom ass for sure.
You had a message for me yesterday, and you said it's a theme this week. What was that phrase you kept using?
Belt to motherfucking ass. Belt, belt, belt. What the fuck is they talking about? Nah.
There he is, the champ, folks. One more time, give it up for Shakur Stevenson.
And then you got Shakur Stevenson right there, man, talking about he putting belt to ass to Zepeda right there, man, and said that if it's Tom, he gonna be Jerry, man. So, like I said with Shakur Stevenson, man, like I said, he talking a lot of cash. He gonna have to cash them checks, man, for sure, Saturday night. You know what I mean? I like to talk. And we heard this talk from Shakur Stevenson before where, he talked about putting belt to ass, and we ain't seen it. We better see all of this Saturday night, bro. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say, man. Because he for real be wilding with the talk, for real. So let's go ahead and get to this next video clip right here with Hamza Shiraz right here.
Shiraz, one half of the main event. Are you sure you're a 168 pounder? You're as big as I am, my man.
No, alhamdulillah, I'm feeling great, man. Feeling great. Looking forward to putting on a spectacular performance in front of the Puerto Rican fans, the Mexican fans, and I'm glad to, get the opportunity to showcase my opportunity here.
It's been no nonsense all week from you this week. Even right now, standing next to you, I can feel the intensity. Tell me why this one's different.
Because I got a lot to prove. I got a lot to prove, and like I said, it's the first one in America. And what a reception I've received here, like the love I'm getting here and whatnot. So, I'm looking forward to it, man.
You walked around New York, and Edgar says he's the king of New York. And, you did a little skit here with the Ring magazine, and it didn't seem like many people knew who he was. What was that all about?
It was just something that had to be done. You know what I mean? Something that had to be done. But like I said, come Saturday night, they all know who I am.
You got any final message for your fans all across the world and the people here in New York that are going to be watching on Saturday?
Just listen, inshallah, it'll be a great performance, a great fight, and it's my time to give back to you lot, so thank you very much.
Thank you, Hamza. Good luck on Saturday. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Hamza Shiraz.
And there you got Hamza Shiraz right there, man. He real comfortable up there, like, you know what I'm saying, real just nonchalant, just chilling for real, man. He don't look nervous or anything. And, a lot of the energy for real is from Edgar Berlanga for real right now. You know what I mean? And I'm going to show a video clip from Edgar Berlanga right here as well, right here.
With Oscar, where did all this begin? Oscar De La Hoya, man. You know what? When the beef came? With Oscar, where did all this begin? Oscar De La Hoya, man. You know what? When the beef came, I didn't want to sign with him. He f***ed a bag with me. He f***ed the bag with Canelo, and he f***ed up the bag with Munguia. With Oscar, where did all this begin? Oscar De La Hoya, man. You know what? When the beef came, I didn't want to sign with him. He f***ed a bag with me. He f***ed the bag with Canelo, and he f***ed up the bag with Munguia. He's upset. He's upset promoter.
Little guy, so I'm chilling. Little guy, so I'm chilling at 135. But I would love to fight Tio. I think Tio talk a lot of shit. And he think he's that good, so I would love to get in the ring with Tio.
Cash Crypto, salute to my brother, man. Cash Crypto in the building. Jab Queen Boxing. Queen Boxing, the sister, was good with you. Salute to you. Salute to you, sister. You already know the vibes. Hold on. So this video acting like I ain't want to play. It's
Oscar, where did all this
crazy
begin?
right now. Hold on. All right. So tell me what y'all think about Hamza Shiraz versus Edgar Berlanga right now. Edgar Berlanga been popping a lot of shit lately. Hold on, y'all. Cash Sports says just making a comment. That's how he said, hate to bring race into it. I think that's what it is with Mike Coppinger. Yes, most definitely. Mike Coppinger he put it, like, if y'all watch Mike Coppinger over the years, he's definitely, as far as covering, the black fighters, he covered the black fighters in a different way. That real old school mentality as far as the media. You know what I'm saying? Especially when y'all coming from Top Rank, the Ring Magazine. Look at this right here. Hold on, y'all. All right. Can y'all hear me now? Let me know. Wow. Y'all can hear me now? All right, cool. Cool. All right, so let me get to this vids. All right, y'all. Y'all can hear and everything now. All right, y'all. My signal is jacked up right now over here. But now it's
Oscar, where did all this begin? Because of La Hoya, man. You know what? When the beef came, I didn't want to sign with him. He a bag with me. He the bag with Canelo, and he up the bag with Munguia. He's upset. He's upset promoter.
Hey, did you remember what you said out there? You're gonna smack him at the presser tomorrow?
If he comes near me, I'm smacking. Yeah.
And then you got Edgar Berlanga talking about Oscar De La Hoya right there, talking about
when he see Oscar De La Hoya, he gonna smack Oscar De La Hoya, which is nasty work. I don't even know, like Edgar Berlanga is too emotional. He's too emotional, man. Like, let Oscar talk his shit. Focus on the task at hand with Hamza Shiraz, man. Like, that should be his focus. He worried about the wrong shit. And it carries into right here a clip of Shakur Stevenson right here.
A little guy, so I'm chilling at 135, but I would love to fight Tio. I think Tio talk a lot of shit, and he think he's that good, so I would love to get in the ring with Tio. Yeah.
So you got daggone Shakur Stevenson right there mentioning, talking about fighting Teofimo Lopez right there. And just give me your opinion as far as this build up for this week. We seen the media workouts today. Shakur Stevenson, he seen Mike Coppinger there at the media workouts and gave him the middle finger and everything. And so it's just nasty work with the beat with Shakur Stevenson and Mike Coppinger. I think Shakur is giving too much energy into the Mike Coppinger shit. Mike Coppinger isn't that much of, he's not that important to really give that much energy to, for real, in my opinion. Like, I think Shakur is giving too much energy towards that situation with Mike Coppinger, for real. And that's just in my opinion. Y'all let me know if I'm tripping on that. So, I'm going to play... I'm going to play this clip of Shakur Stevenson. Let's get to the real task right here. Shakur Stevenson got a clip right here. He did an interview with Ariel Helwani where of course, you already know that every interview that Shakur Stevenson does, they always going to ask him about Tank Davis. And here we go right here.
Like, Saturday is going to be a very telling moment for me. So
Zepeda on Saturday? One more at the end of the year? Is that the plan? Or you think you're done for this year?
It depends. It depends on whatever I want. We got to see
what would be
how
the
my
dream?
hands hold up against Zepeda, and then after that fight, we'll see if I'm ready to go at the end of the year or go next year.
Who would be the one that makes most sense for you?
There's only one name. Y'all know the name. It's Tank. It's me and Tank. That's the fight. I've been calling for the name for...
That's the one. Do you have to sign with PBC to make this happen? What do we have to do to make this happen?
Whatever I got to do to make the fight
You're going
happen,
to chase him now.
I'm going to do whatever it takes to make the fight. So if that's what they want, let me know.
Love it. You're the man, Shakur. Keep doing...
Man, this man Shakur says he's willing to go to PBC to fight Tank Davis, man. And me personally, bro, I don't know. I ain't too sure about it, for real. I ain't too sure about it. Because the thing is, we done heard this from Shakur Stevenson before, talk about going to PBC. We done heard this before. And I ain't 100% sure on it, for real. Cash crypto. I ain't sure on it, bro. I done heard this before from Shakur. Cash Crypto says Shakur got the easiest opponent out of all the fights. You not accurate on that. You not accurate. Come to think about it. We know the David Morrell fight may be off. The David Morrell fight may be off. Let me go ahead and share that right here. So you got Katyav. They're reported to give him a 2-year ban after failing after testing positive, and these are results from April 2024. Said the suspension gonna be lasting until June 27th, and it's an unknown if he's going to fight David Morrell now. And he just had a whole bunch of issues with his passport and everything coming through the country and everything. For David Morrell now, they're trying to rush to try to find an op for David Morrell now. Cash Crypto said flip flop like sandals. Ray B, my brother, salute my brother Ray B right there. He said should have did that the first time. Yeah, with Shakur, bro. That's the thing. Yeah, man. Right now they rushing to try to find David Morrell an op, man, and that I don't know how it's gonna happen within a couple of days in this particular. See, this is the thing. This is the similar shit that happened on that card with Turkey, on that Beterbiev and Bivol card with Kid Austin pulling out of the fight, and then you got what's his name? Fucking you got Daniel Dubois. He done pulled out of the fight because he got sick and everything, and then it was hard to replace those guys. Was they had Bacoli come up, but Bacoli fucked this situation up fighting Joseph Parker. Coming off 24 hours going into the fight, just fighting fucking Joseph Parker. He fucked his IBF title eliminator up with that situation, and then Kid Austin. We already know the situation with that, and we're gonna talk about the Kid Austin Fugazi shit too with Shakur, because that father has been way out of pocket with Shakur. Yeah. So Katyav, man, we may not get this David Morrell fight. I don't know how they going. I don't know what they got. I'm hoping that Turkey got a plan for it. I'm hoping they got a plan for it, but man, that plan looking like it's gonna be bad. And then David Morrell, he is with PBC as well, so you gotta remember that and know that the fact that with David Morrell being with PBC, they may not take that fight if it's a bullshit fight for real. Pop Skull, the 5 styles of boxing. Let me see what's up. Let me play this clip right here with Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah, I try not to take it so personal.
Right.
At the end of the day, it just lets me know how great I am. You got somebody who's so big, as in Turkey, and you never see him troll any fighters. But for the first time, it comes down to me. It's like you want to sit there and kind of troll me over and over and over. So it just let me know he's thinking about me.
Of course.
Yeah.
I think him doing that does for sure point out to say, like, Turki Al-Sheikh, the man that is behind the ring the ring itself, he's focused on you. Maybe he's focused on you so much because he wants to bring whatever he thinks is the best out of you.
Yeah, maybe, but at the end of the day, like I said, it just let me know how great I am. I gotta be great if somebody of that stature is sitting there trolling me over and over. So,
and it's not just him. The entire world of boxing is looking at you this weekend.
Yes,
I think, right?
Yes. This is my weekend. Yeah. This is my coming out party. This is where I go out there and I show and tell. Yeah. I show and tell, and I tell everybody that I'm the best.
How does it feel though to do this in your backyard? Your people are here. This has got to feel like a pretty cool moment for you.
Yeah, it's surreal, but it's gonna be more real when we actually get there on Saturday night and get to the stadium. And
Louis Armstrong, that's crazy, right? A tennis stadium, like
it's gonna be a real moment.
Definitely is. So let's do this. Let's have a little visualization, right? Don't have to give out game plan stuff like that, but you're in the main event. Round one, you're looking across. You see William Zepeda. They ring the.
See, this is my thing, and even I'm gonna add this in the context as far as him saying that he's willing to go to PBC. The way that Turkey been playing Shakur Stevenson Cox throughout this whole build up, pretty much saying that he wanted the Tom and Jerry fighters. He posted memes, talking about shrinking the ring, trolling them and everything. Just total disrespect. Shakur Stevenson should be one to not work with these guys after this situation with Williams and Pater. He should handle business, beat the shit out of Williams and Pater, and want to literally just move on. Don't work with them guys. Them guys do not have your best interests. They keep putting you on undercards and everything. Like, it's just nasty work for Shakur to sit there and literally want to work with Turkey Al-Sheikh and Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn ain't did shit for Shakur. He ain't did shit for Shakur but take promotional fees off of him. The 2 fights he been working with him. Putting him on Turkey undercard. Like, Shakur needs to really read the motherfucking room. Look at this. This is total disrespect from Turkey Al-Sheikh right here. Yeah. I like the way that Shakur's handling it in a sense. I ain't gonna lie. I think he handling it very well, as far as not responding to it. But we all know them guys ain't gonna be talking shit back to Turkey. They got a muzzle in their mouth talking to motherfucking Turkey. Savage Bo, salute to my dog. Salute, bro. Yeah, man, they got a muzzle in their mouth over there, man. They ain't about to be up here talking back and forth to Turkey. Shakur already had to apologize to Turkey after he exposed that Turkey was trying to lowball him on money after the Josh Padley fight for his next fight. That man, Shakur, bro, Turkey said, I ain't dealing with Shakur. He's not going to be on no Ring Magazine or Riyadh season events anymore. And then Shakur comes out and apologizes. All because he was about to go to purse bid with Williams and Pater. Motherfucker Eddie Hearn or Oscar De La Hoya, both of them, they wasn't trying to put no money on the fight for Williams and Pater and Shakur Stevenson. Shit, you got Eddie Hearn on record. He was going to he on interviews talking about he was going to the zone and trying to see if the zone would fund the fight for Williams and Pater and Shakur Stevenson and everything. They didn't want to pay for the fight for Shakur Stevenson and Williams and Pater. Oscar or Eddie. And they left it up for motherfucking Shakur apologizing to Turkey Al-Sheikh. That you talking about bending the knee, that's bending the knee. Shakur bended the knee so he can have his fight on and have Turkey fund the fight for him and Williams and Pater. And what they do, they put him on a damn undercard to Edgar Berlanga and Hamza Shiraz. You can't make this shit up. Salute to my brother Ace Austin, man. He said Shakur only saying he would go to PBC for the Tank fight because he knows Tank team ain't gonna send them shit. So when Tank ends up fighting someone else, they can say Tank clearly ain't want the fight. Now this is my thing. Shakur, I'm holding them to this shit. You say you willing to go to PBC, okay? Tank, handle business against Roach. Reach back out to that motherfucker. Put the ball in his court and pressure him. All of that shit. And if Shakur say some bullshit talking about he signing back with Eddie Hearn, show proof that motherfucker Shakur ducked you. That's where I'm at with this shit now. Because all of the back and forth for us, the whole negotiation shit between the two is bullshit. Tank, press that motherfucker. I want Tank to press these dudes. Like, press these dudes for us. Sending these boys an offer, reaching out to them, send them boys an offer and press these boys. And these boys don't accept what you got going on, then fuck them. Move on. And show to the public that these dudes are really ducking like you've been doing. Because he showed to the public that motherfucking Lomachenko didn't want to fight last year. Lomachenko didn't want to fight. As well as Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson, they was in preliminary talks with Shakur Stevenson last year. Shakur Stevenson on the interviews confirming it. And all the Shakur fans acting like that shit, the preliminary talks didn't exist. Steven Espinoza wasn't sitting there talking for himself, saying that Shakur wanted a multi-fight deal for his next couple of fights, and PBC wasn't willing to do that. All they wanted was a one-fight deal with Shakur straight up with Tank Davis, and Shakur wanted to run off the Matchroom Boxing and sign with Eddie Hearn. And what he do? He signed for 2 fights over there, and this is the second fight on the deal right here with Wins to Payton. So he's going to be a free agent after this fight. I'm holding Shakur to his fucking word, saying that he's willing to go to PBC. Because if they reach out to you, don't go no fucking where. Don't say it's 7 days later and then I'm walking away from the preliminary talks like they did the first time. Because that's what happened the first time. That's what happened. Shakur was in preliminary talks with Tank Davis not even a whole fucking week, and he went over there to Matchroom Boxing and started, working with Eddie Hearn. He didn't even want to talk, and then don't forget the fact that Eddie Hearn was on record as well, saying that Shakur told him that he don't even want Eddie Hearn negotiating any fights. He can negotiate all fights besides Tank Davis. Eddie Hearn's on record saying that. Saying Shakur informed me to negotiate all fights except Tank Davis. And this was before Shakur even signed with Eddie Hearn. Probably a week or two before he signed the Matchroom. That's what I'm saying. I want Shakur to make his words match his actions as far as negotiations with Tank Davis and in the fucking ring this Saturday. That's where we at with that shit. And he should not want to sign back with Turkey Al-Sheikh and fucking Eddie Hearn. He a Riyadh seasoned ambassador. That already let me know something right there with Shakur right there. It let me know that he got interest on signing back with them boys. Y'all better read the room with these guys. These guys ain't to be trusted, man, for real. And I'm rocking with Shakur on this shit with Turkey Al-Sheikh. Like I want him to stand on this square on this shit. Like I want him to stand on this square against Turkey Al-Sheikh. I want Shakur to win Saturday and dominate Saturday against Williams to Payton. I want him to look good in this performance so we can be like, oh yeah, all right, Tank, we gonna see what Tank do with Roach. Tank handle business. All right, we got a good ass fight. Unification at 135, one of the biggest fights in boxing with Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson. That's what we want. If you're a Tank fan, you should want Shakur Stevenson to win Saturday. Just like Shakur Stevenson should want Tank Davis to beat Lamont Roach in the rematch, but he thinks otherwise still. He's on record on the Ariel Helwani interview as well, saying that he think Lamont Roach gonna beat Tank Davis. And I think that's bullshit too. I spoke about this. This is like the third or fourth time I've heard Shakur say this in interviews pertaining to the Tank and Lamont Roach rematch, where he's saying that he think Lamont gonna beat Tank in the rematch. Dude, if you saying that you want to fight with Tank, you should be want Tank to beat Lamont. You should be on record saying, oh yeah, Tank gonna beat Lamont. Not Lamont gonna beat Tank. It look like you want Lamont to do your work for you when you say shit like that. Like that shit be fugazi as hell. Shakur, you know what I'm saying? That be making motherfucking fans read the room and be like, man, why he want Lamont to beat Tank? And he said he want to fight Tank. That don't even make sense. If he wants the Tank fight, shit, he should be saying, oh, Tank gonna beat this motherfucker Lamont. I want Tank to beat Lamont. He ain't even saying that. He ain't even saying that he want Tank to beat Lamont Roach. And I got a whole problem with that. That's what I'm saying with Shakur. You gotta make your words match your actions. Your words don't be matching your actions. That's the problem that we be having with Shakur Stevenson. Like, that's the main problem. That's the main problem with Shakur Stevenson. And let me play this clip right here. And this is Shakur Stevenson speaking on the Brian Norman versus Devin Haney fight right here.
I like Devin.
You like Devin?
I like Devin.
I don't think you're that crazy.
Everybody think I'm crazy
Really?
when I say
Well,
it.
Norman's coming off an incredible knockout. He's looked great.
Yeah.
Why do you like Haney?
I think Brian Norman is a hell of a fighter. But I think if Devin fight the way that he fought his last fight, and a lot of people may have criticized him, but if he do that, I think Brian Norman lose.
Really?
Yeah.
Just because he'll outbox him, he'll outsmart him.
Won't be able to hit him.
Right.
Yep.
Nice. So you got Shakur, he got Devin beating Brian Norman Jr. right there, man. And it's crazy. I know a lot of Haney fans don't want to talk about it. But I know the Haney fans, they was like, Brian Norman fans, man, we main event and everything. Nope, y'all not main event. David Benavidez coming from PBC main event versus Anthony Yardy, man. That interesting. That man Shakur, he think that man Devin Haney going to outbox Brian Norman, saying that Brian Norman don't have the athletic ability to cut off the ring and beat Devin Haney in that fight. What's y'all take on that? It's nasty work. It's definitely nasty work, Cash Crypto, for sure, bro. Hey, the link in the comments if y'all want to come up and chop it up, man. Link in the comments, y'all. I like this card though, for sure, man. You got David Benavidez versus Anthony Yardy. No, Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr. My boy Jesse Bam Rodriguez versus Fernando Martinez. That's gonna be a banger fight right there. That's a great style clash with Bam Rodriguez versus Fernando Martinez right there. If y'all ain't watched Fernando Martinez, that boy is a banger. Like he definitely gonna be coming with some heat for Bam Rodriguez. No, that's Bam Rodriguez got to get past Kafu though first, though July 19th though. That's first and foremost. And you go, of course you already know you got the Cleveland, Ohio guy, my dog Abdullah Mason versus Sam Noakes right there. That's for the WBO vacant 135-pound title right there, man. That Keyshawn ended up getting stripped off the scale pretty much. Nasty work. Tommy J, you said Bam should be higher on the card. Tommy J, do you think Bam should be ahead? Bam and Fernando Martinez should be ahead of Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr.? That's the question. Because he's right behind them. He's third behind those guys. Like I personally, I think Devin Haney and Brian Norman Jr. I think they good on the card where they at. Ring Walk Boxing Podcast, my cousin was good, family.
Hey, what's up, fam? This a fire card, man. I might have seen a fight or two of Martinez, but
Yeah.
I'm familiar with the other three matches. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, I feel like Abdullah going to hold it down. It ain't going to be easy, but it's going to be a very good fight for him. For he can really like one of them type of fights, style makes fights. So I think it's going to be kind of like how Zepeda going to be for Shakur. Like Noakes, he's going to make Abdullah fight. You know what I'm saying? Which is going to elevate. It's going to elevate his game. You know, I feel like it's going to elevate his game. You know what I mean?
Right.
As far as Benavidez and Yardy, I feel like the first couple rounds going to be a banger, but I'm just afraid if it gets past the 5th or 6th round, I'm just hoping Yardy, because he's so bulky and muscular, I'm just hoping he don't fade out as far as his conditioning.
Yeah.
If he don't fade out, man, it'll be a long night. But if he tire out, it's a wrap.
Yeah, Yardy, bro.
He can go.
Yeah, bro. Yardy, that's the thing is Yardy gonna have the stamina to fight with David Benavidez all 12 rounds, especially with Benavidez being that guy. After a while he get to swinging, punches with bunches, pretty much.
Yeah, he got a good engine. So that'd be my worry for Yardy. But if Yardy can put a dent early in the first couple of rounds, though, he might have a chance. But I mean, at the same time, Benavidez ain't no pushover, so you got to be careful. Can't be reckless. You know what I mean? Neither guy can afford to be reckless because they both got decent power. You know what I mean?
Facts. Yardy's reckless though. His style is reckless, man. David Benavidez definitely got some. He got some opportunities to definitely capitalize off of Yardy being reckless. Kind of similar with Williams Zepeda being a little reckless with Shakur.
Yeah. When you reckless, you overcommitting and stuff like that. That's when you get counterpunched. Devin Haney, man. I mean, he got the boxing skills. So, as far as what Shakur said, I mean, he do got the skills. I don't know. It just depends if he utilizes skills, because he didn't show those skills against Ryan Garcia. And I get it. Ryan Garcia did get popped. What was it, Ostarine or whatever? But
yeah.
But I feel like Haney gonna have to. He's gonna have to be at his best. He's gonna have to be a stick and move, because if he go in the booth too long, he gonna run into something.
Bro, that's why I'm saying, like, he can't. He's going to have to engage, man. He's going to have to engage. He's going to have to fight similar to the Lomachenko fight. He's going to have to sit there, go to that body and set up different combinations. He's going to have some offense against Brian Norman. He's not going to be able to not have no offense against Brian Norman Jr. and get the nod. Like, they're not going to give him the nod over Brian Norman Jr. coming forward and trying to bring the action when Devin Haney's running around the ring. Like, they're not going to give him that nod. Like, Devin Haney has to provide some offense against Brian Norman. You know what I'm saying? And that's the curious part about it. You know what I'm saying? How willing is Devin Haney to sit down on punches versus Brian Norman Jr.? Like, that's the real curious thing about that.
And then, like, even though Haney got the better footwork, can't really say that Brian Norman has terrible footwork. He might not be as fast on his feet, but he's mobile enough and slick enough still to cut off the ring and get to Devin Haney. This ain't going to be a situation of like a plotter. You know what I mean? Like a plotter trying to catch a faster fighter. Brian Norman ain't no plotter. So he going to catch up to him.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, man.
I can't
you
wait.
Seen that boy? You seen that boy? You seen that boy? Tim Bradley was saying that boy need to be catching some chickens. You know what I'm saying? The train for that train for Devin Haney.
Yeah, I seen that, man.
What you think, man? So what you think about this Shakur Stevenson, man, saying that he want to go to PBC to fight Tank Davis, man?
Man, I can say this, fam. I hope that's not cap. You feel me? I hope it ain't, cause it's like that old saying my dude used to say at my job back in the day. A pair of lips to say anything. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And even like in my dad's era, the old school era, he used to say, "Oh, people, they talked about they want to step and fight, you know what I mean, in the streets, but then they were running the house and yell out the window." You know what I mean? So is he cloud chasing? Is he selling wolf tickets? You know what I mean? I don't know. I would like to believe he down for it though, because that's the fight we need to see. You know, for the fans, you know what I'm saying? For Shakur fans, for Tank fans, for boxing fans in general, that fight needs to happen for sure. It's a legacy fight for sure.
Man, that's the fight. I was like, man, I remember probably about 2 years ago. It was a little bit before the Bud and Earl fight. I was saying to myself, I was like, man, Shakur Stevenson versus Tank Davis, that that fight in general will be one of the biggest fights in boxing. And I was like, man, they should have that fight at Madison Square Garden and have it on the East Coast and be lit as fuck. You know what I mean? Be able to, sell that bitch out easy. Of course, whoever Tank fight, he gonna sell out regardless. But I was saying that 2 years ago, and I was like, now it's like, is Shakur Stevenson Tank's biggest fight?
But
I'm like, I mean, in the division, you can say yeah. You in the division, yeah, of course. You know what I mean, for sure. I've been one of the main advocates pushing for this daggone Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson fight the last couple of years. You know what I mean, and I just want to see some action. You know what I'm saying, as far as Shakur on his end, because Tank they did already put some action behind what they wanted to do, in my opinion. But Shakur, I just felt the way he moved when he was a free agent last year, he didn't put the action making it known that he really wants to fight. That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of these people be going off of these guys making call outs to these fighters like, oh, I want to fight such and such. I want to fight such and such. But when them phones start ringing and we started saying, what's up? Like, what's up? We trying to, lock something in. Loma backed out. Then Shakur like, oh, well, we gonna let y'all know. We gonna get back with y'all. Like no, boy, it's not supposed to work like that. We want to talk right now. Don't tell us we gonna get back with y'all. Talk about, oh yeah, they reached out to us. Yeah, but shit, what did y'all say back?
Man,
like that. And that's the question.
Right, and you know how I feel about heavyweights, cuzzo. I love the heavyweight division, right? But
absolutely,
to me, for Tank and Shakur not to happen, that to me is going to be worse than the fact we didn't get to see Riddick Bowe versus Lennox Lewis.
Absolutely.
I think the impact of this era, plus this is an era where people are ducking a lot of people anyway. So for this not to happen, it's going to hurt. It's going to hit worse, because at least back then we didn't get to see Riddick Bowe and Lennox Lewis fight, but we got to see these guys have careers that were really good careers. You know what I mean? As far as they fighting everybody else, whereas Tank and Shakur, Tank got the slightly better resume, but I feel like they need each other to complete the package.
Absolutely. I just want Shakur to do the same shit Lamont and Ryan did. Go after the fight, man. Go after the damn fight, man, like Ryan and Lamont did. Lamont, he got a second fight. Hey, we know it's gonna be a one-way rematch, situation with Tank and Shakur, where Tank be like, yo, I beat you, no rematch. You beat me, rematch. Shakur has to understand his position. Like, he has to understand that he is the fucking super B side in this situation, that he don't have no fucking leverage in negotiations with Tank Davis. I be hearing people saying that, yeah, Tank should talk to Shakur like, Earl did with Bud. I disagree. I 100% disagree. Like, I don't think they should have to get on the phone and talk with each other. No, if they all right, so if they do get on the phone conversation, Tank, tell them, yo, this is what I'm getting. This the percentage. Hey, we offering this on a this little short little guarantee, and we making our money on the back end. We ain't doing no big guarantees over here. We doing short guarantee. We making our money on the back end, and we gonna make a shitload of money on the back end. What's up? You ain't never seen no back end money for real. So this is gonna be your first back end money, and you gonna make a shit ton of it fighting me. That's what Tank Davis should be on. If that's the conversation, if they do be on the phone with each other, and if this motherfucker Shakur sits there and be like, oh well, I want more on a guarantee and stuff. Like, no, bro, nobody's not about to overpay you to fight you. You don't have no leverage right now. Right now, you look at the ticket sales right now for fucking Saturday. They giving out free tickets. They doing buy one get one free tickets for his fight this Saturday, and this fight's supposed to be on pay-per-view. Like, Shakur don't have no value or leverage into negotiation with Tank Davis, so he don't have no situation where he can go in and start demanding shit.
Right? Yeah. Tank got that star power. Yeah, Tank got the star power. Yep.
He has no star power. Like you ain't even been main event since you've been over there with Eddie Hearn. So I'm trying to really understand the whole aspect of him. Why are you over there with Eddie Hearn? Like, what's the point of you being with Eddie Hearn? Eddie Hearn's not like, you could have went to Golden Boy to get the fights with Kid Austin and then Williams Zepeda. You could have signed with them and got both of them fights on the silver platter right then and there. But you want to work with Eddie Hearn saying that he the best promoter in the game and shit. He ain't promoting shit of yours. Shit, when Turkey LSC dog you out talking about, he don't want no Tom and Jerry fights. You don't see Eddie Hearn defending him on that shit. Like, Eddie Hearn don't be defending Shakur and shit when it come up to when Turkey made him apologize and shit, and he didn't defend him in that situation at all either. Eddie Hearn ain't invest no money in Shakur Stevenson. He ain't do him like Boots Ennis and put him in his hometown and let him main event and invest in a whole event on damn Shakur Stevenson. He done invested in Ammo Williams. Ammo Williams just main evented a damn card 2 months ago, which Edgar Berlanga was the co-main event on, by the way, on his last fight.
Wow.
Ammo Williams getting the main event before Shakur Stevenson. Why Shakur Stevenson can't get a main event on Matchroom Boxing?
Wow. Ammo Williams, though? Wow.
Like, let's make this make sense.
And Ammo Williams ain't all that.
Yeah, he in the middle of the pack over there at 154. Like, not 154, 160. He in the middle of the pack at 160. Shit, Henderson Shiraz beat the shit out of Ammo Williams last year. He stopped him.
Yeah, I remember. He didn't have no answer. Ammo didn't have no answer.
Edgar Berlanga was the co-main event to Ammo Williams' last fight, and Shakur Stevenson can't get a main event. Ammo Williams can get a main event before Shakur Stevenson at Matchroom Boxing. That's how much Eddie Hearn values Shakur Stevenson. All he's doing is putting Shakur Stevenson on Turkey LSC cards and taking his promotional fee. That's all Eddie Hearn is doing. He don't give a fuck about Shakur Stevenson. He just getting free money from damn Turkey LSC off of him. That's all he doing. And the Shakur fans is oblivious to the shit. They so naive about it. And they the ones that read off of what Shakur say, talk about, Eddie Hearn's the best promoter in the game. Like, Shakur, stop saying that shit. Eddie Hearn don't fuck with you. He don't give a fuck if you get beat in this fight with Williams Zepeda Saturday night. He don't. You think Jay Prince? Oh, we can break it down even further. You think Jay Prince give a fuck if Shakur Stevenson lose? You know who he got? He got Abdullah Mason, young phenom. All the boxing love Abdullah Mason right now. They love
Absolutely.
his style of they love his style of fighting. They love his performances that he putting on.
And he a
And
professional. They love it. Yeah.
on top of that, he a professional and he humble. And he
Uh
damn
huh.
near probably gonna be the next big star on Top Rank. He don't give a fuck about Shakur Stevenson either. Jay Prince and Giles Dubin don't give a fuck about Shakur Stevenson. If he lose, they know that motherfucker got hurt hands and brittle ass hands. They don't know how long Shakur Stevenson hands gonna last. They understand that shit. And Jay Prince, he gonna end up valuing Abdullah Mason over Shakur Stevenson soon as well. He gonna do that. Like Shakur Stevenson better read the room and all his situation for real. Like me, if I was him, I'd damn near start cleaning the house. Jay Prince ain't going to defend me when Turkey dogging me out. Jay Prince kissing Turkey ass and shit. Josh Dubin ain't on boxing scene making his little statement that he be usually doing. Like Shakur got to tighten up the team, man. That team ain't tighten over there with the managers to the damn promoter.
I mean, it's one of them things, man. You know, at the end of the day, he got his free will to get up out of there soon. So it's up to him if he resigns. If he do that, he can only blame himself for real. I mean, you're
Facts. So
gonna have
look
an
at my brother
opportunity to get
Savage
up out of
Bo,
there.
man. My brother Savage Bo said Eddie used to be the best promoter in the game when it comes to women, but he not even that anymore. Exactly. Eddie, the thing is, Eddie, like he's a slick talking motherfucker, man. Slick talking motherfucker. Like, you know, me and you, cuz we talked about it with AJ and Wilder. I don't even believe Wilder. I don't even think AJ is the problem as far as that fight in particular. It's Eddie. It's Eddie, bro. I don't think Anthony Joshua was scared of the. When they both was in their prime, Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, they both wasn't scared of each other. Eddie was fucking blocking the fight. Eddie didn't want Anthony Joshua to fight Wilder around that time. He was scared for Joshua at that time. I don't know why, because Joshua wasn't scared of Wilder, in my opinion. Joshua will fight any fucking body. You give him all these other fights, but you ain't want to make that one fight. You want to wait to the back half of his career to make certain fights for Anthony Joshua as far as Fury and Wilder and shit now. That's
Man,
why
my
this whole
personal
Eddie best promoter shit is bullshit. It's really bullshit. Eddie Hearn is not one of the best promoters, man. He a slick talking motherfucker. He got the gift of gab. Go ahead, cuz. Go ahead. Go say what you want to
no.
say.
Oh no, just about that. I was about to say, this is my opinion though. Like, I feel like if AJ can fight Klitschko, to me, Klitschko was more of a threat than Wilder.
Fact.
Just because Klitschko mechanically and skill set wise and a vet, he can do so many things. And he showed that. He almost knocked AJ out, you know what I'm saying? At that time, I think if he got caught, obviously, he would knock out AJ if he caught him, but I think back then his technique was too sloppy.
Nah, bro.
Wilder always had power,
just,
but I just don't feel like, you know.
yeah, I just think personally, bro, like some of these fighters, they be using promoters to not make certain fights. And I'm not saying as far as AJ, I'm saying in particular as far as Shakur. Like I've been on record on my channel saying that Shakur has put roadblocks in between the tank fight, fucking with Eddie Hearn and Turkey Al-Sheikh. And now you got this fight Saturday. It's your opportunity to put on an amazing fucking performance and look good, and then you wait to see what Tank and Roach do, and go from there. Like it's that time. Like Shakur gotta stop fucking playing around. You can't. I don't care about these fighters doing these call outs. Like I'm tired of boxing fans saying, "Oh, Will Shakur called out this guy. Oh, Devin called out this guy. Teofimo called out this guy. Brian Norman called out this guy." Like I'm tired of all of the call outs. But
Right,
when
right,
it comes to that business behind the scenes, a lot of shit ain't being done. Yeah,
right,
Devin
right.
Haney took the fight with Brian Norman Jr., but he was forced into that fight. They was trying to back out of that fight. And we already proved that and cooked that up already within the past week. Which is they were trying to get out of that fight, but fucking Bill Haney popping his shit talked themselves into that fight to where they couldn't get out of that fight. Turkey Al-Sheikh made them an offer they couldn't refuse on the money to where they like, oh shit, we gonna take this fight with Brian Norman Jr. You know what I mean? Like that's why I said with a lot of business, a lot of people gotta like a lot of the promoters and managers, yeah, let the business be done behind the scenes. All the negotiation shit don't gotta be public, but if a motherfucker ducking, show that shit in public to us that this fighter ducking.
Right,
If
right.
you motherfucker, and you reached out to that fighter and you done sent them an offer, show us the proof of that shit. That's why I'm at with all the fighters. I want to see the proof. Everybody should be wanting to expose that shit if a motherfucker ducking now, for real. Like,
Yeah,
that's
man.
for real, bro.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
So what you think? All right, so with I know how you tapped in with Alberto Puello and Sabril Matias a little bit.
Not really. I know a little bit about Matias, but not about what do you pronounce it? Puello?
Yeah, Puello.
Yeah.
You remember on the what card was that? Frank the Tank and Frank Murray card. Alberto Puello, he fought Gary Anton Russell on that card. You remember Gary
I probably
Anton? Yeah,
I've probably
yeah,
seen it. I just can't recollect.
Puello
Yeah.
he beat Gary in that fight. He
I'm
beat
gonna
him
go
in that
watch
fight.
that. I'm gonna go watch that then. After this, I'm gonna go watch
Yeah.
it because
And
I just need to
then
refresh my
Alberto
mind.
Puello, he fought Sandro Martin in his last fight. I think it was on the Tank Roach card, I want to say. He fought him on that card and he beat Sandro Martin in that fight. It was a little controversial. A lot of people felt Sandro Martin won, that had the edge in a sense, but he definitely got the nod for that fight for sure. But Alberto Puello and Matias, man, that's a good fight, man, for sure. 140-pound WBC title on the line. Alberto Puello coming off of the Sandro Martin win. Sabril Matias fought a couple of guys in this last fight. That was no easy out for him to win and get his feet back into the division at 140. And now he's facing Alberto Puello for this 140 WBC title, man. And this is going to be a great style clash as far as Puello being a pure boxer and Matias being a power puncher. A lot of people feel Puello is better than Leon Paro, the guy that beat Sabril Matias and took that title away from him. The IBF title, which Richardson Hitchens now holds after Richardson Hitchens beat Leon Paro, early this year. So a lot of movement in that 140 division, man. The 140 division isn't. Of course, a lot of a couple of guys, significant guys like Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and Rolly Romero. Those three guys they moved up to 147. So the 140-pound division in particular isn't as deep currently right now as they was before. And of course, like I said with David Morrell, that fight, I don't know if they're gonna have that fight. And what you think about Edgar Berlanga and Hamza Siraj? What you think
man.
of them?
I like it, man. I like that one, cuzzo. It's just hard for me to call, man.
Yeah, bro. It's really a 50-50 fight in my opinion. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't really got no definite prediction on this fight because of both of their styles. Like Belanga's that guy that's just coming out, just guns blazing, just out
Right.
the gate, throwing punches with bunches, and Shiraz is a little bit more tactical. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely defense technically sound for sure. So it makes up, but Shiraz will bang with you too. So it makes up for a real intriguing, interesting fight as far as both of their styles in particular. I don't have no winner in this fight, man. For real, personally, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Because
I gotta
Shiraz
do
looks
more.
shaky. He looks shaky in that Carlos Adames fight. I thought, no, I said it on my video the other day. I said I thought Carlos Adames beat him at least 2-3 rounds in that fight that they had, and then Edgar Berlanga, of course, the only significant fight he got is versus Canelo. Shit, Edgar Berlanga was on top rank, and they dropped his ass, to where he ended up going to Eddie Hearn, and Eddie Hearn picked up on him. You know what I mean? And let me read this comment. Hey, salute to my brother Savage Bo. He said, "Hell yeah, you got my vote on that because if you expose motherfuckers, then there would be less duck and facts." That's all I'm saying, bro. Expose if you send a motherfucker an offer, you reached out to him, send a contract, whatever, and they ain't sign up to fight, bro. Expose it. That's where I'm at. Expose the shit, bro. Like, so we can see what it is. So all the fans can stop wondering what the fuck going on, and we gonna see who really want the fight or not, for real. Like that's the honest way of knowing who really ducking these fights 100%. Expose that shit. Yeah, think about it with Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson was the same guy that was out here saying like, "Oh, this guy ducked me, that guy ducked me," and all of that shit. It ain't no true proof behind it. We ain't got like, where's the evidence of these guys not fighting? Like,
Right. If people
like,
say
you know what I'm
stuff like
saying?
that.
Go ahead, cuz.
Oh no, I was saying like as far as Shakur, and not just him, but certain people they'll say stuff like that because they feel like saying that's gonna boost them up. You know what I mean? It's almost like a way of trying to boost themselves up, like they above everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Where it might not even be what it seems. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you saying all this, and everybody looking at you in a certain light, but you know what I mean? That really ain't how it's really going. Like behind the scenes, like you know what I mean?
Facts, cuz I'm just saying, like, in general, if you want the fight, put the action behind the fight that you want. Like it'll never be no issues when Canelo, when he's sending his offers out for a motherfucker that he want to fight. It's never no issues. Like that's one thing I said. I mentioned that too before. Like,
Unless
there's
it's
never no
David
issues
Benavidez.
with Canelo. Yeah, that's the only
That's
motherfucker
the only
because Canelo
time.
don't
Yeah.
want no parts of David Benavidez by far. Shit, David Benavidez chased that man for 5 years. Was his mandatory for 3 of them.
And you
And
know what,
WBC
Cuzzo?
would not order that shit. It just shows the corruption with the sanctioning bodies. The sanctioning bodies don't be one to put shit together as well.
But dig this though, fam. Say Benavidez go in there and he knock out Yardy, right? That's
Yeah.
gonna really make Canelo. You know what I mean? Like on some shit like, hell no, I ain't fucking with him. You know what I mean? If he make a statement with Yardy, Canelo gonna definitely stay away.
Man, Canelo, I'm telling you, Hamza Shiraz beat Berlanga, Bud beat fucking Canelo beat Bud. Watch, that's gonna be Canelo's next fight. Turkey is forcing the Shiraz fight on Canelo for some fucking reason because that's his guy. Muslim, he's a Riyadh season ambassador. Like, he trying to get Shiraz beat the fuck up by Canelo. Unless they think, I mean, right, People gotta understand Canelo has 2 more fights on the deal. You know what I mean, as far as that Bud Crawford fight, you know what I mean? Who y'all think Turkey value more between Canelo and Bud Crawford? Now, yeah, Bud is, a guy that, Turkey fucks with, but he don't give a fuck if Bud Crawford loses to Canelo, because Canelo is the money guy. Which is the
Yep.
crazy part. He's putting
Yep.
Canelo in these fights to where he don't give a fuck if he loses money with Canelo. Just like the Zone did for real. After the Zone picked up on the shit, and they like, they signed that big ass deal with Canelo where it was up to like $360 million for several fights, and they having them fight all of those European guys, and and they wasn't making no money. They thought the subscriptions and all of that shit was gonna be boosted to the Zone. You remember the Zone? They was saying we ain't doing no pay per view over here. Ain't no pay
Right,
per view.
right,
You just
right.
gotta subscribe. Like,
Mhm.
and what they doing right now? They do a $60 pay per view Saturday for Edgar Berlanga and Shakur Stevenson Saturday. And Turkey was the guy that was saying that they was doing $20, $25 pay-per-views. What happened to the $20, $25 pay-per-views from Turkey Island Sheik? The contradictory, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like calling out the contradictory in some of these
Right,
guys,
right.
bro. Because it'd be a lot of bullshit. And they go along with the fans. The fans was the ones all screaming, "Oh, Turkey Island Sheik, he got $25 pay-per-views. PBC, they charge it $80, $90 for pay-per-views, man. They ain't got the fights that we want. They ain't giving us the fights that we want. Turkey Island Sheik giving us the fights we want. He got $25 pay-per-views. He's doing $60 pay-per-views. Nobody is saying shit right now. Nobody saying shit. But you
Right.
want to know why? You want to know why? Because of those guys that was saying, "Oh, they complaining about the pay-per-views and all of that shit." Those are the guys that ain't paying for the shit for real. They the ones that illegally streaming the fucking fights from begin with. A lot of these fucking fans be capping out here too, bro. They be capping too. A lot of them, bro. You see the fans on Facebook and Instagram and shit, and on Twitter. Like all these fans, they all make their talking points based for their favorite fighter.
Yeah, man. And I hope
They all
hope
try to
this
save
weekend-
face for their favorite fighter.
right. I hope because this weekend we don't see no Stevenson versus De Los Santos.
Yeah, we better not, or he gonna lose. If Shakur allows this fight with Williams and Pater to be close, where it goes to decision, it's a big possibility he loses this fight.
Yeah,
It's a big
because
possibility.
they looking at it from the angle of the aggressor. They're gonna look at it like Zepeda being the aggressor. He's gonna be on the front foot majority of the time. He's gonna be throwing a lot of punches, high volume punches. So they're gonna look at all that. They look at boxing a whole lot different nowadays than they did back in the day. The hit and don't get hit, it worked perfectly back in the day, but now you got to really put it down. You got to be willing to engage.
I got a question for you right here, because I heard this man Shakur mention this too. He mentioned, like, he compared like his boxing to like Muhammad Ali and Floyd Mayweather and shit. Like, and that shit really bothered me. I ain't gonna lie, because we see like the Shakur fans, they love talking about what Shakur did at 126 and 130. Now I'm gonna continue to mention this shit. But when we talk about 135, they be quiet. They he beat Yoshino up. He beat Padley up. He was supposed to.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's supposed to.
Yeah.
Like Williams Zepeda. Like, I feel like Shakur should beat Williams Zepeda, in my opinion. I ain't gonna say easily. Like some of the Shakur fans, you got a lot of Shakur fans, they like, oh, he gonna step on Williams Zepeda. He gonna stop him and he gonna do this. They talking like he gonna put on this fucking magnificent performance versus Williams Zepeda. And I ain't saying this because of the style clash. Williams Zepeda he got a style that I'm curious to see how Shakur gonna handle this style and what adjustments he gonna make within the fight with Williams Zepeda too, because he gonna have to make some adjustments. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying a lot of the Shakur fans, they saying that he gonna just blow past Williams Zepeda, like Williams Zepeda shitty, like they downplaying Williams Zepeda like he ain't shit. And I feel like you damaging the win by downplaying this guy. Like you supposed to. I would rather you big up your op to where you make your op look good as far as when you talk about the win. Kid Austin beating Tevin Farmer didn't look good for Williams Zepeda. The way he did it in the first round, it didn't look good for Williams Zepeda as far as his resume. He just been on 2 wars with damn near Tevin Farmer, damn near.
And what I don't like about that comparison, like Shakur and Floyd Mayweather, the Floyd Mayweather and Shakur comparison, it's like, okay, you're trying to talk about the fact that Floyd fought Manny Pacquiao late in his career and Maidana kind of late, you know what I'm saying? Late Floyd. Let's talk about Pretty Boy Floyd. Let's talk about the Floyd that was fighting people like Diego Corrales and what he did to Canelo and them guys like that. Let's talk about Pretty Boy Floyd. Shakur ain't never showed that type of level. You know what I'm saying? It's like Floyd showed everybody that I could be a monster in the pocket. But then once he hurt his hand, he had to switch up his style because he had a hand injury. So he started acting a little, you know what I mean? But even back in the day, I've never seen no version of Shakur like a Pretty Boy Floyd. I've never seen him on a Pretty Boy Floyd level.
I don't like when these guys make comparisons to him and Floyd like that. I don't like Floyd comparisons period with a lot of these fighters. I don't feel like none of these fighters are fighting anywhere clear or near fucking Floyd Mayweather.
Right.
Like I think it's pointless for I don't like putting those comparisons on a lot of fighters for real because a lot of these fighters don't fight like a lot of these guys right now currently. They don't have the mindset. They don't have the heart to fight like some of these old school fighters that we talk about.
And who has Shakur ever fought that's at a level like a Maidana? He never fought nobody that's an animal like Maidana.
I'm trying to sit here and think because I said this other day, I'm like, Shakur ain't really, and you really think about he ain't really been in many 50-50 fights for real.
Right, exactly. So it's like, bro, you ain't never did the things that Floyd has done. You know what I'm saying? At least you could say with Floyd, he fought all kind of styles. He fought all kind of people with whether they had power, whether they were volume punchers. He fought every type of style. Like Shakur is fighting certain style fighters. This is the first time he's fighting somebody with a pressure style like Zepeda. He's never really fought nobody like that.
Facts. Salute to William Old School, my brother, man. Everybody make sure y'all subscribe to Angry White Man Boxing Podcast. That's family over there, man. Salute to William Old School in D1.
That one dude he fought that I think he moved to Cincinnati back in the day.
Jamal
Herring. Yeah, it's like, bro, that's a style that you should beat. Herring is kind of like the Padley type fight. You fight somebody that ain't got no like
top rank, bro. Top rank with that great matchmaking.
Yep.
That great matchmaking at top rank.
Yeah, it's like, bro, if you a beast, then you be fighting a level like a Tank Davis.
Salute to no evidence too, my brother, man. I ain't forget about you, brother.
We got to see Tank Davis. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know Shakur threw out he'll fight Lamont Roach Jr. But nah, bro. Stop trying to you know what I mean? Stop trying to skip over Tank. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. I got a problem with him saying that he want Lamont to beat. I mean, he said not won, but you might as well say he won because he's saying that he like, I got Lamont beating Tank. But I'm willing to go to PBC to fight Tank. Bro, no. You should be saying I want Tank to beat Lamont so I can fight Tank next. You shouldn't want Lamont to beat Tank at all. Exactly. Like that's the work that you want to handle. Like that's your work right there. You know what I mean? in reality, and we want to sit here and keep it 100. Tank shouldn't even been fighting Lamont Roach to begin with. You know what I'm saying? And we want to look back at 2024 with the end of 2024 with Lomachenko and Shakur. We wouldn't have Lamont Roach if one of those two guys would have stepped up to the plate. And people forget about that shit. I'm gonna be the one to remind motherfuckers. We wouldn't have Lamont Roach Jr. if Lomachenko would have fought last year, as well as fucking Shakur Stevenson after Lomachenko backed out of the negotiations with Tank Davis. That's just the facts of the matter.
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy, man.
And let's get, so since we talking about Tank, let's go ahead and play this clip right here, because a lot of people having this controversy. They're like, the fight ain't been announced and stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna be real. As far as what I know the whole undercard right now. As far as Tank Roach rematch card right now, I literally know the whole undercard, pretty much. And my thing about it, Eric, from everybody I talked to about this fight, that's very knowledgeable. This fight is on. Tank is in camp. We seen Lamont. He's streaming on YouTube and Twitch and shit. They both in camp. Both guys is in camp. Mike Weir's getting on my nerves. Mike Weir's in my fucking inbox on Facebook, fucking the last 3 days, asking about Tank and Lamont and shit. Like, you ain't even a Tank fan. You ask me more than a lot of the damn Tank fans. Like, so like it's real live nasty word, bro, for real. Like, I be sitting back like, I'm like, bro, you don't even know the amount of people that hit me up about fucking information on shit, on like boxing and shit now. Like, it's crazy. Like, so let me play this clip of Lamont Roach right here, man.
Is the rematch happening in August? Yes. Why would I call out Keyshawn? He's not fighting 135 no. Were you shocked to see Tevin Farmer get knocked out by Kid Austin? Yes, I was very shocked. But they talk about some dumb ass out. Are you and Tank still fighting? Yes. Yes, we're still fighting.
You heard it from the man himself, right there. Lamont right there himself saying that, oh yeah, Jag Queen Boxing. Yeah, we ain't forget about Rayo Valenzuela. Rayo Valenzuela, Tank and them reached out to Rayo after Loma and Shakur last year, and Rayo said, oh, we champion at 140. If Tank want to fight, he can move up to 140. You ain't no damn A-side. What the hell wrong with Rayo Valenzuela? Then what you do? Your next fight, you fight Garyon Tom Russell as you beat Pitbull and defended the title and got pitched a shutout on by Garyon Tom Russell. Pitched a shutout. And then what the hell, where Rayo at now? His ass to move back down to 135. Pure duck. Pure duck right there. You done lost your belt at 140 and then you done moved your ass back down to 135. You can't make this shit up, bro. Like, you can't make this shit up. Like, I remember everything, bro. Like, my memory is vivid on a lot of this boxing shit, bro. Because I be tapped in. I be watching everything. I'm watching everything on Twitter. I'm watching everything on Instagram and Facebook with all of these motherfuckers all day, bro. I see the fans. I see how everybody interact, and I see everybody's talking points when they arguing and debating about certain topics in boxing on all of these different social platforms every day, all fucking day. So, like, nothing can get past me on a lot of shit now at all. Like, I see everything. Like, everything, bro. Yeah, look at my boy Cash Crypto. He said anyone avoiding the Tank fight is a straight dub. Biggest fight and most money these guys will ever get. Facts. Facts plus tax. Like this is my thing. Like I said, when it comes to Canelo, these guys don't back. Man, you seen Bud Crawford in the negotiation with Canelo? He ain't say shit. He ain't make no demands talking about, oh, I want to flip a coin to, have the ring interest and shit. He ain't do that shit with Canelo. He ain't pull that same shit he put on Errol Spence on Canelo. Like you see you see how that shit be working, bro. Like you see
Bud know he blessed to be in a position like that. He know he blessed in a position because it's a legacy fight.
They start kissing ass for a Canelo fight. You know what I'm saying? And that's a reason. That's a partial reason why Canelo don't want to fight David Benavidez, because David Benavidez ain't on that shit. He ain't about to kiss Canelo ass for no fucking fight. He mad because David Benavidez calling him a pussy and all of that. Because he don't want to fight. PBC was willing to offer Canelo $50 million for him to fight David Benavidez. He didn't want to fight it. He wanted to take $35 million to fight Jamel Charlo. Like, come on, bro. You can't make this shit up. Like, this shit be funny, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, with Canelo, everybody's gonna do whatever it takes to the fucking have a Canelo fight. But when they come up to Tank, they want Tank to give up his A-side status for these B-side, these super B-side ass motherfucking niggas. Like, these super B-side ass niggas, bro. A lot of these guys are super B-side niggas, bro. They ain't nowhere near no A-side. Shakur ain't been in no damn pay-per-view or none of that. Rayo barely been main event on cards. Lomachenko ain't made. Man, Lomachenko, I remember in 2017, Lomachenko talking about, what I'm going to fight Tank for the money? And a lot of people was saying, they make that whole bullshit talking point talking about, Tank duck Lomachenko in the past in 2017. Floyd didn't want Tank to fight Lomachenko.
Yep, that's what they say.
Like, Floyd was holding to. Floyd, he said Tank didn't want to fight Lomachenko, but then Lomachenko's on record in between 2016 and 2017 talking about he didn't want to fight Tank for real at the moment at 130. Like, come on, bro. Like, you can't make these up with these guys, bro. You can't. And then with this whole narrative, you got these guys, they saying, the fight. Now, I'm going to say this about PBC as far as just a fight announcement. It's the whole, whatever y'all, right now, let me show this. I forgot to show this. Hold on. Let's show this with Pacquiao and Barrios. God damn, did it? A lot of my shit did not upload on this motherfucker tonight, bro. This shit is crazy. What? So my screenshots ain't upload. StreamYard is on some janky shit tonight. So with Pacquiao and Barrios, it's not a sold out event for Pacquiao and Barrios. Pacquiao and Barrios right now, the gate is a little bit over 5 million right now. They're saying that Pacquiao and Barrios is going to do between $5 to $8 million gate. So how I'm looking at it with Pacquiao and Barrios, I'm like, at this point, man, y'all might as well go ahead and drop the announcement, bro. They numbers is not going to do any more crazy from this week to next week. Let's be real. But it sounds like they waiting for next week to announce the fight, which is stupid in my opinion because it's going to be the 19th. So, what you going to promote this fight within a month? Like, and I got to criticize PBC on it. They moving 100% wrong for us the whole Tank Davis and Lamar Roach fight. They think it's just gonna sell itself, which I'm not. I'm not disagreeing with them 100% because the fight is sold. But people want to have their shit locked in and they want to go to the fight, etc. You know what I mean? People want to plan ahead for the fight, man. I think PBC is selling itself short by wanting to announce this fight on some late shit. Because everybody that I know, all of my sources, all my people that I talk to, this fight is happening August 16th, as well as you just seen Lamar Roach himself saying that I don't know what PBC on, but the fight's happening August 16th. They both guys in camp. All of the undercard, all the guys is on the undercard. They all on camp as well. So it's like, I don't know what's up with PBC, but I gotta criticize them. This is a shit show for us making this announcement for this fight, and I think you selling yourself short, especially with your best fighter on your fucking staple. What you think about that, cuz?
Man, shit, man. I don't even know how to put that one, bro. But I agree that, you know, keep it all the way professional. You know what I mean? You don't want to wait to the last minute. You know what I mean? Put that type of energy there. You know what I mean? To promote and all that kind of stuff. Because people like build-ups. You know, build-ups, it's been happening since the beginning of time in boxing, for real. And Muhammad Ali was one of the top dogs at promoting his fights. You know what I mean? But it was a build-up. So
right.
You don't want to just, you know what I mean, be on something like, boom, boom, here we are, you know, it's fight night, you know what I mean? Come on.
Right, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right, says it was crazy. I was looking through my iCloud last night, this shit on my phone. And I got so much content, bro, from like Loma videos.
I have a video Loma.
Like
hey,
so many videos. Like so many videos of like shit that I could just come on here and just show y'all so much shit of these guys, bro. Because like I'm that guy that I watch. Like this one thing I noticed. Like this guy. I'm going. I don't give a fuck. I name his name. I don't give a fuck. This guy from the bottom. Like he got some name, like number on this name at the end of his name on Instagram. And I noticed I was watching his content like on his Instagram page where like I noticed that he a Devin Haney fan because he has shared a lot of Devin Haney content. Then I look at the Tank content that he put out on this shit. It'd be like hella like shit going against Tank. And then I was like see other like content he'll put out. It'd be like content like it's like almost like damn is he part of the LDBC like what the fuck like you feel me like the fuck like this motherfucker like he was moving like he was moving the content on Instagram like all of the praise go to fucking Devin Haney, bro. Like he ain't even like just motivated just to promote certain motherfuckers, like you know what I mean. So like I see that with a lot of content creators, bro, from all across the board, whether they on YouTube or they on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. Like a lot of these dudes be fucking keyboard warriors out this bitch. They ain't got the fucking nerve to come on YouTube and speak their opinions and shit. All they want to do is sit back and type behind the motherfucking keyboard all the motherfucking time, for real.
Right. Hey, did you see what Jab Queen said, bro? About the Loma and Tank?
Yeah, for sure.
About the video?
For sure.
Please get that, man. I was about to ask if you can get that video. Send me.
I got it. I gotta go through my iCloud. I seen it last night on my iCloud. When old school said that's why Shakur wants Tank to go to Turkey for the fight, because Shakur wants huge upfront money and wants Tank to give his A side. It ain't happening. Facts. That's the thing. When I heard that Shakur was a Riyadh season ambassador after he apologized to Turkey after him putting out that Turkey was trying to play him cock on the money, after the Josh Padley fight for his next fight, I'm like, bruh, like, what's the point? Like you want this guaranteed money, and the thing is, the guaranteed money is for your managers and your guys on your team to get paid a little bit more. This is my thing. I would even think that, like, if if say, hey, look at Frank Martin. Think of any fighter that's fought Tank Davis. Have any fighter that fought Tank Davis complained about getting paid from fighting Tank Davis? Nobody. I watched Frank Martin after the fight. A week after the fight, he up here buying chains and cars and all of this shit. The week after the damn fight, he didn't give a fuck about getting knocked out by a Tank after a while. Yeah, I took the loss. Shit. Let me go ahead and fucking spin and enjoy my future labor and get my ass whooped. And then I come back at it and I'm moving up to 140, which is Frank Martin is the guy that's going to be on the rematch, by the way, versus Rances Bartholomew, by the way, just to add that in.
Yeah.
I can name you the undercard right now. Like, you got Oshaki Foster versus Stephen Foden. You got the fight I just mentioned with Frank Martin versus Rances Bartholomew. You got Carlos Castro versus Ray Vargas for the WBC interim title at 126. You got possibly Janet Beck at 160 versus Carlos Adames, which is, they got some crazy shit going on. Hold on, do I got, man, because it fucked up a lot of my screenshots tonight. I don't know what the fuck. StreamYard was on some goofy shit. All right, let me show this real quick. Okay. So, with Carlos Adames real quick, man. So, this is pertaining to the Tank Rose rematch card with Carlos Adames. Janet Beck been pressing this man, Carlos Adames, for a long time about the last 3-4 days about fighting. And we spoke about this on the show a couple days ago on Saturday night. And Janet Beck said, has anyone seen Carlos around? He's going missing. If you happen to see him, please tell him to sign the contract. Carlos, I am your nightmare. And then you got Carlos Adames. He posts a video of him, working out, and then you got Janet Beck at the bottom right there with the emoji and shit. Like, he's on Carlos Adames' helmet right now, and then Carlos Adames, he put the eyes up right here. Then Janet Beck, he put another emoji. Like, this has been the last 4 or 5 days. Janet Beck has been on Twitter tagging Carlos Adames at his helmet about fighting him, and this is a fight that Top Rank and PBC has been trying to put together, but I don't know what's going on. There's something on Carlos Adames end on this fight in particular, bro. I don't know what the hell is going on. What you think about it, bro?
Oh man, I know the name Janet Beck. I've seen a couple of Carlos's fights, but I've never really seen a lot of Janet Beck, just some highlights. So when it comes to fights, man, I like to see people. I don't even if I don't know them that well, I want to see them, because that, to me, that'll pique my interest on whether or not these are the guys I want to follow. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So yeah, definitely. I'm on Twitter as well, so I'm gonna go on there and follow both of these guys.
Man, bro. Yeah, I'm definitely I'm like, Carlos Adames, like I said, this fight is supposed to be on the Tank Rose rematch card as well, but I don't know what's going on with Carlos Adames on his end, man. Like, he's looking real shaky, because I'm like, bro, this is a unification fight. Janet Beck got 2 of the titles at 160 over there. Like, go ahead, man, fight that man and get them straps, man. This is what you live for. And you're going to get some good money out on it, too, I'm pretty sure. Like, it's nasty work, bro. It's nasty work. Nasty work, bro. Go shit. Oh, it's good. So, now here, my boy Cash Crypto, my brother, he said, if he wants to fight, he takes his soft ass to PBC like everyone before him in his possession. Facts. But, bro, I know motherfuckers, this show, motherfuckers, they play on a playback, Shakur fans gonna really feel like I'm hating on them. I'm already know, but I'm just being critical on Shakur on how he moved when it comes to, in particular, to Tank Davis. He makes his call outs saying, I want to fight Tank, I want to fight Tank, but when it comes to the action, it don't show by action. Like, you know what you need to do to get the fight. You got to come over to PBC. One fight deal, bro. You know what I'm saying? And shit, if you win, I'm pretty sure Tank's gonna have a rematch clause where you run it back, you get to get more money. Shakur ain't never seen no back end money.
Right.
He's never seen no back end money. So I'm just saying in general, like, bro, you never seen no back end money, bro. Like, you know you're gonna make it with Tank.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever the fuck y'all fight, whether it's in New York, at Barclays or Madison Square, or it's in fucking Vegas at T-Mobile or MGM Grand, y'all gonna make the bread. People wants to see the fight. Like, it's all about Shakur. If he really got that heart to make the fight with fucking Tank Davis. I haven't seen it by action. Like the way he moved, like you can't sit there I literally watched Shakur on Fanon. Salute to Fanon International Boxing, man. You know what I'm saying? That's family over there on the content side. I see him on Fanon's channel sit there after Lomachenko. It wasn't even when Lomachenko they was in negotiation. The fight was almost blocked with Tank and Lomachenko. And Lomachenko, he ended up a week later getting out of the fight, saying that, you know, he ain't feel like fighting right now. The money wasn't important to him. He wanted to spend time with his kids, etc. And I've seen this man Shakur on that podcast with Fanon, and Coach Kenny Ellis was on the show as well. And he literally said, oh, well, shit, replace me for Lomachenko. He said, replace me for Lomachenko. Lomachenko backed out of the fight a week later, and then they reached out to him, and Shakur said, oh, yeah, they reached out to me. And now we got Shakur right now, today, saying that he's willing to go to PBC. He's willing to do whatever it takes to fight Tank Davis. I need him to beat Zepeda ass so we can see that shit for real, bro. Like, I'm not confident. I'm not confident. That's just me being real. I'm not confident, bro. I'm not confident. So my boy Dane finally said, you know what happens when them top ranked fighters fight PBC fighters? They fighters stupid. He said, Cash Crypto said, you basically saying Loma would have beat Tank, stop pushing. No. Oh, you talking to somebody in the comments. Yeah. Because I damn sure don't think. And Lomachenko know what's up with Tank. If Lomachenko would have took that fight with Tank Davis, it would have been it was a cash out grab for Top Rank at that point, because they wasn't pushing for the fight 100%. You know, Bob Ram, he was putting out a little, funny little narrative saying that, oh yeah, they don't want the fight. Floyd and them don't want the fight right now. Like, bro, Floyd was speaking for Tank. You know what I'm saying? And then I got clips of Tank during that time on TMZ Sports. An interview where he got clips of him saying that he wanted to fight Lomachenko. So like the whole Lomachenko and Tank ducking narrative that they try to put between 2017 and 2018, that little time period was bullshit. Like pure bullshit.
Man, that's crazy. I can't wait to get the receipt from you, man, because there's a lot of people that's been hating on Tank, and I want to put that out there about Loma. I need that receipt.
Man, like it was never Tank and Loma never got into negotiations with a fight with each other until this past year. Until this past year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Tank was never ducking. Tank ain't scared of none of these motherfuckers. He's not. And I'm not gonna say that the fighters that the contemporaries of Tank that they're scared of him as well. I'm not gonna say all of that. I mean, I think the business when you got certain people that you working with, certain people ain't gonna take that risk. They're not gonna take that risk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But at the end of the day, like you said, I mean, yeah, it's business too. So it's like, yeah, on a business aspect, in the business sense, that's why a lot of times they don't roll that dice.
Dang Father said Fury. Yeah, Matt. So Matt, let me know about Fury, bro. What you thinking about Fury right now?
About Tyson Fury?
Yeah, Tyson Fury, bro. Like your man, your guy, man, talking about you trying to come back and all of this shit, and he want to fight. Usyk, bro. Usyk fights Daniel Dubois next week.
But here's my thing about that, Cuzzo. Just say Dubois causes this upset. Because it's not that far-fetched as people, in my opinion, they feel like it's so far-fetched. Like, oh man, Dubois gonna get smoked. Because I made a post about it earlier on FB, and everybody say Dubois gonna get smoked. He gonna quit. He gonna get stopped in 7 or 8. So my thing is this though, Cuzzo. If Dubois do get the knockout or stoppage, will Fury have the same energy on fighting Dubois? Because I personally don't think that Fury will want to fight Dubois. Bad style matchup. I think Dubois and AJ would wash Tyson Fury.
Shit, but if Dubois won the titles from Usyk, you already know that. I don't know behind the business with it yet. As far as but I'm pretty sure Usyk got a rematch clause on this fight if Dubois was to win.
But do you think if Dubois knocked him out, he's going to want an immediate rematch if he gets actually knocked out?
That's the case. If he flatlined him, then that's a whole different case right there. Now, if it's a close competitive fight, hell yeah, it's gonna be a fucking rematch.
Yeah, if it's close fight, rematch, right?
But just think of it with Turkey funding the fight with Queensberry, because we know that it's a Turkey funded fight next week, and it goes to a close decision. Who you think they're gonna get a fight to? Yeah. You know they gonna give it to Usyk, man, because they want Usyk to fight possibly a Fury or somebody else. You feel me? Like that's just how that shit is,
Parker,
bro.
or Joseph Parker. If they'll finally hopefully let Joseph Parker get in the mix again. You know what I mean? He on the sideline, so if Usyk win or Dubois win, I want Joseph Parker to get that fight.
See, this is my thing though with Turkey though, and it go back to what I was saying the other day with people. I was saying this, on a couple of panels on Dad Clean Boxing panel. I was like, Turkey wants to make the fights that he wants, not what the fans want.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers didn't want to see Beterbiev Bivol 3 after 2. Just being real. Bivol fans didn't want to see it. Bivol fans wanted to see Bivol fight David Benavidez. He pressured to want this fight with Bivol and Beterbiev for the trilogy, and now we ain't even getting a fight the fucking 2026 first quarter now.
Exactly.
Beterbiev feel like they trying to age him out because Beterbiev, he was pushing for the fight to be in the summer, and then Bivol said the fall is approaching. Now he talking about 2026, and then Bivol, he gets ordered by the IBF to fight Michael Eifert. So he got a whole situation where it may be another title that less going into this fight as far as the trilogy with Viterbi is.
Wow.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And, like it just comes down to like because Turkey made that statement, and I put it on the video on the show on Saturday night where I was like, Turkey told Bivol like, make your choice wisely on what you gonna do as far as the fight with David Benavidez. That boy Bivol vacated that WBC title so fast. He's like, I ain't losing that Turkey bag. Like people, they gotta read the room with this shit, bro. For real, man. I'll be peeping everything, and I think about shit in a deeper perspective than some of the average boxing fan. And I know some of the people that's watching right now, they think likely the same way like me. So that's why they're watching right now. You know what I mean? Besides Dane Father, he loves Turkey over there. You know what I mean? He a Haney fan. The Haney fans love Turkey, but one thing they don't know about it, motherfucking Turkey don't give a fuck about Devin Haney either, Dane Father. He don't give a fuck about Devin Haney, Dane Father, man. You my brother, man. I love you everything, Dane Father, but hey, Turkey don't give a damn about motherfucking Devin Haney, bro. He don't. Devin Haney with Brian Norman Jr. They asked Brian Norman Jr. for the fight first for Devin Haney. They didn't even approach Devin Haney with the fight with Brian Norman Jr. first. They approached the Normans with the fight first to see if they was with it. Then they approached Devin Haney and them about it.
Did you see the interview with Regis Prograis?
Yeah, he believed Devin gonna win, right?
Yeah, he think Devin gonna win.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Like, I see. One thing I hate about the fight is the fact that the card is in November, so it's like we got fucking 4 months to talk about this fight.
Right.
Like I don't like the weight of the fight for real. I got you, sis. Hold on right here. I don't like the wait for the fight. Like so much can happen in between then. Like we just seen old boy dude Kakasi. That's about Kakasi that was supposed to fight Raymond Ford. We just seen that he fall out of the fight. And they were supposed to fight August 16th.
Injury or something? Like back injury or something?
Yeah. Like it's so much shit that can happen in between now up until November 22nd.
Yeah. Kind of like when Fury kept acting silly with Usyk initially, remember? And then he was in sparring and got that big gash on his eye. He was stalling,
and they had to push that fight back.
And they push it back.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and just like motherfucking and just like shit, I ain't even give a fuck. Fuck it. Go ahead, sis. Sis, what you got to say, sis? I lost my train of thought for a second. I was like, what the hell? Go ahead, sis.
Oh no, I just wanted to.
That was a high moment.
I didn't know that David Morrell's opponent, he's not going to be fighting anymore on Saturday.
Yeah, I don't. Well, they didn't rule him out on fighting yet, sis. Pretty much, they just they came up with this story right here. Pretty much with Katiev, testing positive, man, and saying that they suspended him for two years. And this is with the British board and them over there on that side. So it's tough to say. I heard that they're trying to find him another opponent from what I'm hearing behind the scenes, but it's it's tough. I don't know if Turkey has a backup plan for these, type of situations. We seen the backup plans he had for us that card that he had with, Baturbiev and Bivol on that rematch card, sis. So I don't know, sis. It's tough. It's tough. They try. I heard they trying to find Morrell a backup opponent though right now.
Well, I hope they do because I was looking forward to seeing him back in the ring. That fight definitely made that card worth buying. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, for real. Because I was saying on my videos the last couple of days, I'm like, this fight got potential to be fight of the night.
Yeah, and Subriel Matias and Alberto Playo too.
Yeah, absolutely. Like those two fights in particular, but this fight was gonna be a thumper. Like this was gonna be a pure all-out banger right here, and we ain't look like we might not be getting this fight now. And they just went through a whole bunch of trouble with getting him, over here to the States, with his passport situation too, from what I heard. So
Bukatiev?
yeah, with Kontiev. So that was the thing. They was thinking he wasn't gonna be able to make the fight because of that, because of him getting across the country. But this is just crazy. They give him a 2-year ban.
That's a little excessive, I think. But listen, that is crazy because who was it that popped dirty? Oscar Valdez. I think he only got like nine months. When Canelo popped, he only got like 6 months. We still don't know what Jaime Munguia is gonna get. And then today we found out another one of Eddie Reynoso's boys.
Fernando Martin. That Fernando. I forgot his name. Yeah, see that. It's so StreamYard. I'm so pissed. I had my whole show like lit with mad screenshots, several videos on top of shit, and they did not upload all of my shit. And I was like, man, they fucked me tonight. I don't know what they StreamYard is on some goofy ass
They
shit
did that to me a
today.
couple weeks ago. I don't know if you remember. After they went down and I had to use Restream. When it came back up like that next week,
You was on Restream that day. I remember. I don't like Restream. I can't use Restream.
I don't like it either, but I had to because I had to go live and StreamYard was acting crazy. But it removed all my stuff too. And then last week, like my intro and stuff, when I went on, I'm like, hold up, why my intro not playing? So I don't know. You always gotta check it.
Yeah, StreamYard is on some janky shit tonight. And I ain't had no problems with StreamYard the last couple of weeks. But tonight it was on some pure janky shit. But yeah, since I'm up here looking at this card, I'm just like, now we don't got Morrell Kontiev most likely. They trying to find an opponent for Morrell. Of course, the Susumi, that guy, that fight is on deck. Alberto Puello, Matias. No, I love that fight. I love the fight, but it's just bad right now. I don't even think the gate right now. The gate is not even over $1 million for this card right now.
Well, it's not. You know that. I've made it very plain how their ticket sales were doing. So we don't know. But, you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, the ticket sales. I don't know if it's because they're fighting with the one out on Friday or what's happening in general. They're not doing that well. I saw EB at the gym yesterday passing out tickets and so.
Yeah, I'm looking right because I didn't have, man, I'm so pissed. They ain't had my screenshot for this too. So looking at my guy, they said the listed value, and this was a day ago, where they're not even clear for Shakur and Berlanga right now.
Hold on, pull up Dank Father.
500K.
Pull up Dank Father's comment. He's so damn simple. He makes me so sick. Pull up his last comment. He gets on my nerves.
He said, notice the pro turkey channels ain't been having StreamYard problems. That's fucking sick. That's sick, man. That's it. Hey, I did do my video on LDBC yesterday, man. They probably came. I was in the thing. I like it was crazy when I did my LDBC video the other day. I was literally thinking, I'm like, man, I don't know what could come behind this video right here. Like, I know, motherfuckers fucking around trying to flag this shit and some more shit. Hey, don't tell them what they gonna try to do, sis.
The one talking about the old sparring that Brian Norman was talking about.
Yeah, man. The sparring footage with Brian Norman and Junior and Tank, they is up there, you know. Like these guys, the sparring was 8 years ago, and then the interview with Brian Norman Sr. was 2 years ago. You got, you know, LDBC guys, they running content on this shit. Like this shit just happened yesterday.
I'm about to say, I just saw the other day. I'm like, wait a minute, is this promotion for the upcoming fight in November or what? It's crazy work.
That's what it just shows with the contest. It's like these LDBC dudes, they don't have shit to talk about for real. Dante Boxing Nation, that motherfucker, he the same dude that be sitting there talking about racism that on black fighters and shit. But then when it comes to black on black shit situations with, thank Father, we know you love the LDBC. We know. Come on. Hey, salute to KQKC, man, my OG, man. Salute to him, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to KQKC if y'all ain't subscribed, man. That's family right there. Man, I'm just saying in general, the LDBC box, Dante's Boxing Nation, he talk about all this racism shit in boxing, but then when it come up to black on black shit with racism shit, he don't be giving a fuck. He running content, whatever Bill Haney tell him to run. Just like with Aki TV, the same as well with him. Like Bill Haney tell them dudes to run their content over there.
That's crazy. I never even knew that. It's crazy.
It's not about the entertainment, bro. Cause when you spitting lies between the entertainment, it don't make it fun. What's the fun in listening to a guy lie? Like Blue Blood is a pure habitual liar, bro. I'm dropping names. I don't give a fuck, so I'm just there. Like a lot of them guys over there in the LDBC be lying over there, man. They be lying. Like the Haney fans, I be feeling bad for y'all for real because I be feeling like y'all real life be poisoned by the Haney lies over there. Like all of y'all talk like I don't. That's why I don't even like debating Haney fans because I know all of y'all talking points before y'all even bring it there because of the fact that all of y'all talking points come from Bill Haney. Like y'all use Bill Haney talking points for y'all arguments when y'all come on to these social platforms and come on YouTube and shit. Like
that's crazy work.
That's just not gonna work over here. It's not. I'm just saying it's not. KQKC, the OG said, yeah, you're right. I was in the LDBC. They will lie on you and other people and make up shit. You heard it from the OG himself. He ain't gonna tell no motherfucking lie. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Like OG don't tell no lies. And we watch OG every day. Dang Father said all these niggas create narratives. What you think about that, sis?
That what they all create narratives?
Yeah.
Well, if you listen to them, I don't know. I don't listen to them. I have no idea who they even are, but I'll tell you what, we don't create narratives, bro. Not over here. The truth and nothing.
Yeah, see, because we think about with our content, we we talking about what these motherfuckers put in the atmosphere. So like, I'm not gonna create no narrative on Devin. Like, what's the point of creating a narrative on Devin? He ain't fighting. He fighting who he fighting. Like, what they put out in the atmosphere is what I'm going to report. Now we're gonna talk about and break down. Like, that's what it is.
That's it and that's all, bro. Like, I let their own words do the talking, and then I just, I give my take on what's going on based on what they say, and if I see something different, I'll make the comparison. Like Bill, he running around talking about he the king of New York, but yet he was getting heckled at, what was he, at the airport or something the other day? It was like a crowd of people around him. I thought they was getting ready to start throwing stuff, child. It was nasty work.
And people just don't care for, like, people don't care for Bill anymore. So it's like they a lot of people are starting to see through a lot of the bullshit. Except the Haney fans. Like, they don't see through the bullshit.
Nah,
I mean, he said, I be in anti-Haney channels with no problem. Niggas just sensitive about Lil Tay to take the job. It don't be that, Dirk. It don't. I think you definitely be everywhere, dang, for sure. Like, you definitely be all, everywhere. I think what it is, bro, is when it come up to y'all Haney fans, y'all like to compare what Haney do with Tank. Y'all like to compare Devin and Tank's careers in debates all the time, and then at the same time, motherfuckers ain't even near the same weight class to even fight each other to even have these conversations. So it makes these like that. It makes these conversations be like, it make it a little lackluster. Now it's like, why are we gonna sit here and talk and debate about Tank and Devin when they ain't even in the same weight class? We know that fight ain't gonna be made no time soon. Like, that's just now these days. Now I'm saying now, in particular now. Like, then, yeah, we don't want to. I don't even want to backtrack and talk about Devin and Tank and when Devin was at 135. Like, you know what I'm saying? It make you pissed off if we talk about it and go back on it. Good. I'll tell you that now. Like, yeah, Day Father be everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Day Father, man. You know what I'm saying?
Everywhere.
Trolling this shit, popping this shit on all the chats.
Everywhere. Popping shit. But, I will say this. I don't know why Gervonta Tank Davis' name is still being mentioned with Devin Haney. As you said, he's about, 2-3 weight classes above him now. Why are you still talking about him? Like, it literally makes no sense to me. So,
that's their dream fight, sis. That's their dream fight.
Tank is everybody's wet dream, apparently.
But yeah, like you said, Jab Queen, that's the truth. Like, that's long gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that ain't finna happen.
I can't stand the clout chase shit. You know what I'm saying? Ringwalk, like, it really irritates me. Because you're in a whole nother weight class. You're about to fight Brian Norman Jr. Compare yourself to somebody of that level in that weight class. Why are you still comparing yourself to 135 pounders?
Yeah, make it make sense. Yeah.
That's why I said, like, when he said that shit, talking about, he told Tay Jones, we was looking to fight Shakur. Like, I'm like, bro, what do you mean? Like, Shakur, what? Like, he at 135 too. What the hell?
I told you. This nigga, man, I don't know what's up with him. But you had the opportunity to fight Shakur. Or maybe you didn't. Who knows?
But 135 for Devin. That man literally. We're gonna talk about it real quick. Devin at 135. I had I showed it in the chat to you, Ben. Ben, you seen it when my boy Austin was talking about the shit the other day with Devin Haney talking about, they offered Shakur. Bob Earl on record on KO Artists on YouTube. They got an interview with Bob Earl. where Bob Ehrman is saying that they never offered Devin Haney never offered Shakur Stevenson a contract to fight. Never. Like the Haneys was capping on it, and it fast forward into like how they mold us, how they move. Like they'll move like saying they want to fight this guy and they fight this guy, but behind the scenes they ain't really trying to fight this guy. And like similar to fast forward to Brian Norman Jr. saying that they was looking for Brian Norman Jr. They weren't looking for him. Turkey, they try to get ahead of the ball because Turkey was offering that fight to the Normans, and the Normans was accepting that fight, and they try to make it seem like they was the big dog offering them the contract and shit to the Normans and shit, and trying to big dog them in that situation, just like they try to do with Shakur.
Well, if you notice, that's what Devin does. That's what he's comfortable doing, fighting smaller guys. So as you moved up in stature, why are you still looking to fight 135 pounders? You're looking for some sort of competitive edge. Now, you're not telling them you're going to go back down to 135. You're telling them, come up here, come get me. When you were in the same weight class with them, you didn't want to fight them. So what else can it be besides clout chasing at this point?
Exactly, sis. Exactly. Like, that's what I was saying. Like, it wasn't even no point at that moment. I'm like, bro, you knew. And remember, when we seen Devin hit that scale that last fight against Lomachenko, where he looked like a fucking skeleton in that fight at the weigh-in. At the weigh-in, he looked bad.
What did Loma say? You know, like, wait, you middleweight.
And Devin was telling all of them, he telling Loma, oh, you too little and all of this. I'm like, bro, you literally killing yourself to make 135, and then we seeing your walk around weight, you fighting at 135, you at motherfucking 180, 190 and shit. We see you after the Ryan fight. You seen him on ESPN after that Ryan fight. His face was puffy as hell. He was big as hell after that Ryan fight. Yeah, on ESPN.
Yep.
Big as hell. Looked like you was eating hella tacos around hella taco stands in California and all of that shit, sis. And they eating burritos and all, eating pizza, chicken and shit. Like, he's having he ain't give a fuck out there, right? He in there, bitch, eating real good. Eating steak, lobster, all that shit.
Well, after they fixed his jaw, I'm sure he did have some steak. But the point is this, like, I've said this, I don't know who's going to win in the fight between him and Brian Norman Jr. But I will say this, Devin is going to find himself in a very tough position. These will be guys his weight, his height, his same dimensions. And they hitting a lot harder than the niggas at 135. Okay? Some of them can hit just as hard as Ryan, probably a little harder, and maybe a little bit more technically sound. So what is he really going to do?
You make a good point there. You made a very valid and great point right there.
Man. Well, we gonna see what's popping, man. This weekend gonna be lit, man. I can't wait for it.
Devin got to step into the fire. You can't backpedal no more.
Mm-hmm.
Can't backpedal no more.
But yeah, to your point, I think that as we all heard the interview, he attempted to back out of that Brian Norman Jr. fight, but once Brian Norman Sr. blasted him, kind of outed him, he got no choice but to stand on his 10. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. He had no choice. And
I suspect he's somewhere.
Everybody they want us to congratulate Devin Haney for taking this fight. You notice the Devin Haney fans. I seen Hacker on these panels where Hacker up there. Oh man, this fight they going off of everything that Bill Haney, like the vibes that Bill Haney bring. All the Haney fans, they go off of those vibes. They like, hey, he like, Brian Norman got that magnificent left hook and he's dangerous and all of that shit. Now you hear all the Haney fans on all of the panels and all of the channels says talking that shit, saying the same shit as Bill Haney said. Just notice that shit. Notice that shit, sis. For all the Haney fans, how they talk about Brian Norman. I'm telling you, you
I
gonna
don't
notice you motherfuckers big him up. They gonna be dick eating Brian Norman Jr. and shit.
Yeah, I don't travel to places like that. I'm afraid I might catch something. But to your point, I have heard a lot of them regurgitating the same things, and I've even had to tell Frequent that before. Stop regurgitating stuff you hear other people say. Go do some research on your own. Go learn something before you just regurgitate what people say on people's panels. Because if you really don't know what you're talking about, you will get embarrassed and made to look stupid.
That's why they be
Especially
looking
running
like.
up in my face talking about some damn Devin Haney. I don't want to hear.
Bruh, sis, that's why they be looking like they motherfucking like they on the payroll with Bill Haney and them, sis.
Oh yeah, them envelope boys is definitely outside. Listen, I don't know. You know, I wish the young man well, but it's going to be very interesting to see how he continues his career. I'm pretty sure that Bill is going to try and craft his opponents very carefully. The only problem is Turkey Al-Sheikh wants to see smashing face. Y'all remember when he said that? So he wants to see quote unquote tough fights. So no, Devin, you cannot select a smaller, older Mexican to fight. You're going to get in there with Brian Norman Jr. After that, they might stick your ass in there with Conor Ben. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But Turkey Al-Sheikh has made it extremely clear, first of all, he don't know how to matchmake. And second of all, that he wants to see blood. He wants to see, violence. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure what he got going on, but that he's made it clear that's what he wants to see. And as long as you continue to be over there kissing Turkey Al-Sheikh's ass when you have DHP, I don't know what's going on, but you over there partnered with Turkey or however they want to dress it up, you do what he tells you to do. So to me, you're not his partner, you're his employee. So you'll fight who he tells you to fight. Simple as that.
Tax plus tax. That's what I'm saying.
No lies detected. Yeah, that's
no lies detected at all. Because I'm just saying with Devin, this fight, right? Well, he might not get that. Like it depends how the fight goes. Say Brian Norman won that motherfucker, he dominate Devin in this fight. His big money days may be over with. It may be over with. Because if he get. We seen how he looked at Jose Ramirez, and a lot of people feel like he on some PTSD shit in that, from the Ryan fight, on that fight with Ramirez. He going there to get his ass whooped with Brian Norman Jr. He gonna be bad goods after that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, and I'm sorry, Ringwalk, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just about to say to your point, Miss Jack Queen. Now that Devin Haney in that position at the 147 or whatnot, it's like you gotta keep that same energy. I mean, the same way they were willing to brag about his resume. It's like, okay, now you at the 147, bring that same energy there. Built the stellar resume in the 147 division.
Child, please. First of all, his first 20 fights was in Mexico. We don't know who the hell he was over there fighting. He was over there fighting Pablo and all of them. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm just saying. I'm saying that from the standpoint of the ones that act like he's all that. You know what I mean?
Well, we know they're delirious, Ringwalk, so we're not even going to entertain that seriously. But just for shits and giggles, right? His first 20 fights were over in Mexico. We know that Bill paid to have one of those losses removed off of his record because they care more about the O than tough competition. One of the things that I hear a lot of the Devin fans tell me is, Devin want all the smoke. He out here looking for all the smoke. Well, we gonna see. You know what I'm saying? Calling out 135 pounders does not tell me that you're looking for all the smoke. It tells me you're looking for all the advantages. So stay your big behind up there where you at, where I suspect you should have been for a long time. 147, possibly 154. That looks like that's around a healthy range for Devin because he does not look healthy fighting at 135. Did y'all see his eyes sitting up in there looking like Thriller? I was terrified when I turned on my damn. I was like, oh my God, is Devin sick? You know what I'm saying? Is Devin
looking like Thriller?
Yeah, up in there looking like Thriller, but he looks healthier as he gets closer to fighting at his weight class. Now, I don't know if that means his power will somehow arrive finally from Amazon. I do not know. But what I do know is those days of fighting 135 pounders, unless they're moving up to your weight class on their own, pulling them up, you won't get no credit from me. Why you even still looking at them is a little bit like, you know what I'm saying? Why you even still on that level mentally where you want to fight 135 pounds? That should be in your rearview mirror. You should be looking for the smoke of Barrios, the winner of Barrios and Pacquiao. You should be, you're about to fight Brian Norman Jr. Okay, cool. Rolly at 147, give him some smoke if you're really looking for the smoke. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's just my opinion.
Thanks, man. Shit, we going to go ahead and closing statements for y'all, man. You already know, man. I'm off Friday, so I'm only going to be live Friday. I ain't gonna lie. But closing statements.
I'll just say this last thing. I'll say one more thing, and just to the Miss Jab Queen's point too. 154 for Devin. I don't even know how good he gonna look against Brian Norman. 154 gonna have some monsters. They would do him bad up there. They would do him all the way bad up there at 154. My opinion, though. I mean,
yeah, if he gets in there with the real smoke, we know how they do. We know how they operate. They will continue to shop in the senior department of box rec. They're always going to look for smaller guys because that is what Devin is used to fighting. You know what I'm saying? He built his bones off fighting smaller guys. That's what he's comfortable with. I don't necessarily think he's comfortable with guys that are just as fast, just his size, that he can look eye to eye with when he's standing over there or crossing them at the weigh-ins. I don't think he's comfortable with that. Something tells me that he feels inferior when he has to fight those kind of guys. But the only way to prove me wrong is November 22nd, 2022, right?
Mm-hmm. Word up.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
hey, he get whooped this. I'm gonna be crazy. Hey, the Devin Hayes fans ain't gonna like me if Brian Norman dominated in this fight.
Well, I mean, they're under the illusion that he is going to beat Brian Norman Jr. easily. I do not necessarily think it's going to be as easy as they think if he does pull that win off. Now, if he pops shots and, skates around the ring, it's a possibility. But Brian Norman Jr. is going to have to work on cutting that ring off, and he's going to have to work on bringing that action to Devin. He could stay long too, because I think his arms are just as long as Devin's. Maybe I gotta look at his dimensions again. But he's going to try and make it a fight, as he should, because we all know Devin can't really bang. So, the only way to box with him is to smother his punches and get in there and just, attack that body, deflate that tire, get them wheels off that bike, and let's get it popping. You know what I'm saying?
Crack it. Thanks, man. Thanks. This is a good one, man. I appreciate you. Ring While Boxing Podcast. Everybody, make sure y'all subscribe to Ring While Boxing Podcast, man. He live every Sunday at 6 p.m., man. Make sure y'all subscribe to my family. Yeah, and make sure y'all subscribe to my sister, man, Jag Queen Boxing, man. She doing amazing boxing content right now. One of the best women talking boxing.
Thank you. I don't know if y'all saw my video earlier, but I'm on Eddie Reynoso ass. Him and his merry band of little dirty poppers. I'm on their ass.
Yeah, nasty word.
I'll watch it. I'll be watching this when we get off of here before I go to bed.
Yes,
nasty
definitely.
Word.
It's real nasty work, and I don't know what's gonna happen.
I gotta commend you. Like, you've been, like, the work you doing, you staying updated with shit. Like, you doing some great work.
It is. Oh my god!
Yeah.
But
it be rough. I know.
Yeah, but that's how we go back.
I'm trying to find more ways myself to be innovative and shit. Like, I trying to find more ways. Like, try to record shit ahead of time, then drop during the day, and so
Yeah, me too.
I see what you're doing. You doing
I
it.
still struggle with that sometimes too, but sometimes like lately I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pick a day or two and I'm not gonna go on YouTube. I'm just gonna do my work like a child. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna do my work. Cause I know if I turn on YouTube while I'm looking for videos and looking for content, I'm gonna jump on somebody's panel like now and I'm not gonna do none of my own shit. You know what I'm saying?
Man, bro,
I be
Right,
really like
right.
trying. So if y'all
that
don't
be the
see me,
problem
ain't
I be
nothing
having at
wrong. I'm
times.
just if y'all don't see me, there's nothing wrong. I'm just working. She working. You know what I'm saying? And so that's it. But whenever I see you live, I always come on, make sure I show you support and shit. You know what I'm saying? You too,
Yeah,
Ringwalk. Just make sure you come on time, okay? I don't like people that's on CP time. No, I'm just playing.
CP time, yeah.
man,
I'm
for
like
real.
comment section
I've
like
been
I know
trying.
he said 6 o'clock.
I was trying to be on time tonight. I was like, man, I was just little string. I was just doing so much bullshit. Then this shit I upload. I'm like, all right. I know I'm gonna be out work Friday, so I'm gonna fuck around and do a little
Okay.
live for at least a little hour Friday. But I
And
know
even if you
Sunday round table show, so, like
okay,
recapping of the fights. 12 afternoon Eastern time. Sunday,
well,
we're gonna be live. Crush should be on. I'm trying to get Kamal on, man. Kamal, I gotta hit up Kamal. Kamal said he's gonna jump
I
on,
don't think
so
I
we're
know
gonna have
who
a,
that is.
gonna
But
have
okay.
Kamal Eyes.
Who?
You know Kamal Eyes?
That name. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. But yeah, I'm here
You
for it. You
know.
know me, I'll pull up. I'm
I
here for it.
know.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I
You gotta
I'm
let
live
y'all
tomorrow at
Sunday.
5:30. I have to go now
5:30,
because like
yeah.
I said, I've been
5:30 p.m.
yep, 5:30 tomorrow. We're gonna get to this. I got so many questions. You know me and my questions. I got so many
And they
questions for
don't even
so
want to
many
answer.
people. They don't have answers, which is the beauty of my questions. I know they don't. So we're gonna see. But yes, I like I said, I haven't been on, so you was kind of like updating me today. I gotta go watch the Shakur interview, the Berlanga interview. I'm gonna go show some love to the ladies too. I'm gonna try and drop a video for them.
Yeah, I gotta do a video for the ladies, man.
I
I
did a
gotta.
video for them. I think Tuesday I did a video for them, but I didn't watch their conferences today. So
I
I'm
see
gonna try
Just
and
do
watch
talking
that
about
too.
them earlier.
Oh, did he? Oh, good, 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 good. Yeah, I saw a couple
Yeah.
people. Actually, I was surprised, but I did see a couple people talking about them. And obviously, they're talking about the card that's on Saturday that's not doing so well. But no worries. We're going to talk about that tomorrow, too. Talk
Man,
about a stinker. But you still sure you
man,
don't
you
need Tank Shakur? You sure? But anyway.
man, for real, man. Yeah, this is a great one, man. Like I said, man, make sure y'all subscribe to my sister Dad Queen Boxing and subscribe to my family, my cousin Ring Walk Boxing Podcast. Ben, you already know. You know what I mean, this was a good one. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell the fans, tell the following, like, yo, this one of my best shows. I'm saying it for myself because I had a lot of bullshit with StreamYard tonight, but make sure I'm gonna definitely be live Friday. I'll let y'all know. Just make sure y'all tapped in on the channel on as far as the community post, and I'm gonna let y'all know when I'm gonna pop up live. And then if y'all following me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, I always let you know when I'm going live on there as well. So just make sure y'all tapped in. I will be live Friday. Just
Um,
make up for this shit today. Because
I know what
this
I meant
shit
to
was some
ask you.
bullshit with StreamYard today. What's this? What?
Did you do a Twitch yet?
Nah, man. I was sitting there. I was listening to D1 talking about. He said he had the Twitch. He was on Twitch and shit with it too. I'm like, man. I wanted to
I
jump on
don't
there. I was talking to wifey about it.
Nah, I don't stream or nothing from up there. I just go up there to be in their business because a lot of boxers are starting to be on Twitch now, and they're on
Yeah.
they do the what you call the 2 on X. You have to pay for it, but they be up there talking to people and shit. So it might be a good investment. And I know Lamont uses Twitch. That's how I get all my information from him. I just go right in there and just watch him. But
Man, bro, I
it's a
see.
couple of
You
them on
dropped that
Twitch.
clip on that shit. I was like, I
Yep.
see that clip. I gotta find that clip because I'm like,
It was on Twitch. That's why you couldn't find it. You should just ask me for it. I would have gave it to you. But
yeah, that's why I gotta get on there because
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
like to watch. I like to be a part of everything. I like to see everything.
It's another one
That's
too, but
the
I cannot
only
for the
site that I'm
life
on.
of me figure out how to clean it up. And D1 tried to help me. We can't clean up like the background noise, but I need that. I've had it for like a week, and I know ain't nobody else got it because I've been watching. You know what I'm talking about? So I was like, they must be having the same problem I'm having. They can't clean up the background. I can hear, but for other people, I want them to be able to hear clearly what he's saying. But I cannot for the life of me clean that audio. But Mama gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep trying. I got to clean that audio. I done had that shit for like 6 days, no lie. And I sent it to D1. I think what's today, Wednesday? I sent it to D1 when we was talking in the group chat. I was like, yo, I need you to clean this to me. So he was like, send it to me. I sent it to him. He was like, Ty, I can't clean this. I'm like, no.
Man.
I'm gonna keep looking for like a program to clean it up. Like I just need the audio, his audio elevated. I need that. You don't understand. We need that. Like, I ain't gonna, but we need that audio. So I'm gonna keep trying. If not, I'm just gonna play it. I'm gonna try all day tomorrow. If I
think we got real infatuated with because we want like the following to see what these what the fighters are saying and stuff, so we react to them, and it really it paid dividends for the people to see it, and then just pulling out the receipts when some of these guys get to say like, oh, this person said that, and then oh nah, they said this, then we pull it out there on the live or on the video, they like. They can't deflect it from there.
I am the queen of receipts. I keep them all. But the one thing I will say about Lamont Roach being on his Twitch and stuff with him, he's not like an asshole. Even when people be trying to be like an asshole to him, he'll just like boot them. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't be blacking out on people. And he'll answer you. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll if you ask him a question, he'll answer you. You know what I'm saying? Whether he's honest or not, I don't think he doesn't peg me as a liar. You know what I'm saying? So, and if we're being honest, he's carrying this whole promotion. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously Tank went back dark. You know what I'm saying? But he's out here, answering questions and interacting with fans and stuff. So I can definitely say that about him. It seems like he a decent kid. You know what I'm saying? Just too bad for him. He on the wrong side of right this time. You know what I'm saying? He's out, but I ain't gonna lie on him. He seems like a decent kid.
I like Lamont. For real. Yeah, sis. I like Lamont. I mean, I seen some of the change in him from the first fight, but I like Lamont though. And I liked him even before he fought Tank. I was I was one of the people to tell him this is gonna be a tough fight more than the people think it is. They're like, oh, Tank pulling up 130 pounder and stuff. Everybody arguing against a lot of these guys now. They think that after the fight they thought Tank lost the fight, and these was the same guys that was thinking Lamont was ass before the fight. So
you see how narratives change. It's very interesting the way narratives shift and change, and you can kind of see it right before your eyes. Like even when we be on some of the panels with each other and new information comes available about their favorite fighter, you can start to see like a shift. Like, well, at least they trying to be great. What is Tank doing? You know what I'm saying? It'll always circle back to Tank, and it's like I don't understand this. Even the obsession with this damn fight with Jake Paul, it's like where y'all getting this information from? They just completely made that up and are running with it. It's so weird.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't even talk about the J part shit. You notice that because it's pointless to talk about it. I think me and B, we was on one of my shows a few weeks ago. When around the time when he had that interview with Ariel Hawani where he was saying, "Oh yeah, me and Tank was we was gonna fight at 195." I stopped talking. We talked about it that week after that interview. And that was it. I wasn't talking about it after that. You ain't see me talk about it on, but where if you see me on the panel not say something about when somebody say Big Dog Willie, he the main motherfucker. You're like, oh, Jay Paul fighting Tank. I'm like, bro, they're not fighting, bro. It's pointless even talking about. I think he
just be trolling, but
I know, Big Dog Willie, I don't be tripping about him, but then it be it transferred to the other people. Then when you see the fighters interviews, Shakur, they asked Ariel Hawani had the interview with Shakur, and he asked him about Jake Paul and shit. all of these guys in interviews, fucking Shakur asked Shakur about him fighting Jake Paul and shit. Yeah, it's like they push this whole Jake Paul Tank narrative, and it's just pointless for me to talk about it because I'm like, it's not happening. Like, it's not even logical to happen. So what's the
It's
point
just
of fucking
amazing.
talking about it?
And that just tells you how great they really think Javante is. Because if you talk about Devin fighting Jake Paul or like a Shakur fighting Jake Paul, they'll laugh at you. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just completely out of the realm of, you know what I'm saying, reality. But so is Tank. You know what I'm saying? He's
Exactly.
135 pounds, and he's not one of those 135 pounders who's shrinking themselves down to be 135 pounds. The man comes in and weigh-ins at what, 132? You know what I'm saying? So it's not like
Mhm.
he's a big guy. He's not like
Yeah.
some little roly-poly. He's a short, skinny guy. So, I
Yep.
mean, just the fact that they want him in all these different weight classes because they're looking for somebody else to have some sort of edge on him. Just let you know what I'm saying? They know what it really is, but they just don't want to admit it.
Exactly. They thirsty to see him lose. So
Them motherfuckers gonna be dehydrated for a minute. I mean, I don't think he's Superman, and he can go in there with Lamont, and things can go completely the opposite way. You know what I'm saying? But we saw what we saw. You know what I'm saying? I'm comfortable with the draw. I'm not a delirious Tank fan. I think they need to run that back to make shit clear, and I don't have a problem saying that because unlike
Right.
some of these people, I'm not infatuated with one particular person. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if my fighter has a L on their record. Hell, my favorite fighter got a bunch of them. Roy Jones Jr., Canelo, one of the faces of boxing. He got what, 2, 3? So,
Yep.
that really only matters to people that grew up in the Mayweather era. Because those of us who know real boxing, if you getting in there with some competition, it may happen. You know what I'm saying?
facts.
It is
Facts.
what it is.
I don't mind. I don't like if Tank was to lose Lamar Ross, I wouldn't even be mad. That's where I'm at with that shit. With a lot of fighters that I even like myself. Like, hey, you lose, bro. It's all about how you came back. I said something earlier. I think it was in Tucson's chat. I was like, shit, Zad, he lost, and then what he do? He ended up getting a Floyd fight right after the loss. Floyd fought him after that. They had a crazy ass fight. I mean,
Oh my
he's
God,
like
that shit.
he lost to
Niggas jumped in the
Floyd, but I
ring
mean,
after.
shit. Like he fought Floyd right after a loss. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, bro, that was the old school mentality. Like the losses didn't matter so much in that era, in the old school era, as far as the
Mhm.
90s and the early
And a lot of
2000s.
them guys though that had like losses on their record, like who cares, right? Like some of them guys, like I do my throwback Thursday, so I look at a lot of their box recs. Some of these guys got 45, 50, 60 fights on their records with like 2 and 3 losses. Like, yo, 60 fights with only like 3 or 4 losses. That is amazing. And they got real
Exactly.
names on their resumes too. Sonny
Facts.
Liston, George Floydman. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got real names on their resume. So it's like, yo, that is amazing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I played in my video talking about Frank, you win some, you lose some, but you live. You live to fight another day. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Some of these
Yes, ma'am.
boxers is straight up pussified.
Facts. Facts.
Worrying about a damn so worried that Devin hasn't rematched Ryan yet, but he went to that goddamn New York Board of Athletic Commission to get that O taken off his record.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Put back on his record rather. Some
Yep.
shameful shit. But I blame Mayweather. As much as I love him, he really fucked the game up with that. Worrying about the so bad and glorifying it. I mean, that worked for him, and obviously, with his resume, he should be glorifying it, but that's not the end all be all. That's why I think we don't get a lot of good matches either, because these guys are so afraid to take a loss. A lot of that has to do with us too as fans. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real.
Facts. It definitely do with us, and then even with the Mayweather shit though, the fighters, they can't sit there and think just because. Yeah, it's cool to be like, all right, yeah, Mayweather, he was undefeated. I wanted to strive for the same, but at the same time, if it don't happen, it's not the end of your career.
Mm-hmm. It ain't.
Like, it's not the end of your career. Like, it's more fight to be to go on. So like that, like we just seen like I seen this guy the other day on Facebook. He was like, Fundora shouldn't have got a shot after he lost to Brian Mendoza to fight Tim Tszyu. I mean, yeah, he wasn't originally placed for that shot, but due to Keith Thurman having an injury and Fundora was the co-main, they moved him up into that spot. He fought Tim Tszyu and he beat Tim Tszyu. It is what it is. Like they fighting again next week, July 19th. And, you know, they get to settle that shit again. Like it's boxing, man. Like it's boxing. It fucking happens, bro. Like you can lose a fight, then you come back and beat a top dog, and you know what I'm saying, and then you back, you know what I'm saying, trying to, you know what I'm saying, defend that shit and do what you do from there.
Yeah. A lot of these guys, like I said, run into an issue when they, are taking soft touches to preserve their own. And then when they have to get in there with the threat, they're not prepared because they haven't been fighting anyone to prepare them for that particular threat. You know what I'm saying? And then why not test yourself early? Like, I think Abdullah Mason is being moved 100% correctly. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can slowly see the progression in his opponents, which is good. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to not throw him in there to the wolves, his first couple of fights. You got to let him build confidence. But after a while, you have to start slowly pulling that rug from underneath them because they have to get comfortable taking higher levels of competition if they want to become stars. If not, their ticket sales will struggle. You know what I'm talking about? So, they'll become undercard Andy. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. But I know you're getting ready to close it down, bro. Again, I'll be live tomorrow night. So, make sure y'all pull up if y'all ain't doing nothing and holla at me.
Yeah, you already know it's 5:30 p.m. tomorrow,
Eastern
Thursday.
Standard Time. That is correct.
Eastern Standard Time. We in the building.
All right, bro. Thanks for having me up, all right? Until next
You already
time,
know
y'all
the
know
vibes,
what
man.
it is. Catch me on another panel, baby.
Ms. Jab Queen, have a blessed one.
You the same.
For sure, man. And everybody, you already know the vibes, man. Salute to my cousin, man, Bean from Ring Walk Boxing Podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe to his channel, man. He live every Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, man. You already know the vibes, man. Ohio, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shit. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Salute to my brother Marcus from Ohio Runs Boxing. I know I don't know if he listened tonight, but that's my brother. You know what I mean? I got to salute to my brother and salute to my brother Elder Boxing, too, by the way, too. I got to salute to my two brothers, man, for sure. And you already know the vibes. Y'all watch this on a playback, like and comment, give us y'all opinion on anything we could cover tonight, you know what I mean, for sure. I'll let y'all know. I'll be live Friday. I'll let y'all know for sure. You know what I mean, when I'll be live Friday. But for sure, we definitely will be live Sunday for sure, 12 afternoon Eastern Time, Sunday, for the Sorry But Not Sorry Boxing Talk Roundtable show, man, where we're gonna recap the fights from Friday and Saturday night, man. So it's gonna be lit, man. And just make sure y'all tap in with the channel, man. I'm definitely gonna be, uploading some videos and for tomorrow, and we're gonna be lit, man. We're gonna keep the content lit on the channel, you know what I mean? This fight week, Edgar Berlanga versus Hamza Shiraz, Shakur Stevenson versus William Zepeda, Alberto Puello versus Sabril Matias, David Morrell, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens, you know what I mean? Just stay tapped in, man. We lit with it, man. You already know the vibes, man. Salute, cuzzo. We out of here.
Yep, you already know.
Yeah.